Hi you guys and welcome to the show. Robin in chat. Don't worry, I won't mess up your wife too much, I promise. I promise. Bex Tahina likes the villain. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's play. Let's play. Okay, social links. Let's get those done. So here are some social links. You guys should use all of them. Twitter if you want a game, YouTube if you want to catch up, Discord if you just want to be part of an awesome, amazing family community on Twitch and Twitter and everywhere. Yeah, that's the thing. I also have a Patreon. Very much appreciate the support at the moment, especially as I'm going through a bit of a rough time at the moment. So all your support is very much appreciated. All of you Patrons in chat who I know are here already. You guys, you. I will pull myself together. I will be okay. Okay. Let's actually update that player name as well. And lastly, I also have merch. I saw someone else buying merch yesterday, which is very exciting. So I'm also excited about that.
Looks like we got a new
Ishman! And there is the merch link if you guys want to go and check out some sweet, sweet merch. And of course, very much appreciate every retweet, you guys. I'm gonna start doing something with the tweets, I think. Maybe not like a full, I don't know, maybe not like a full how many retweets until this happens, but maybe like giving some sort of reward in Discord, maybe? Similar thing to what we're doing with the clips. Ishman says, Scrat, can you do me a quick, easy, generally painless favor? And I raise my eyebrow. What is that favor? Can I just see the back of your head? You don't need to see that. Yeah, it looks fine though, doesn't it? Don't you think it looks fine? Look at that. See? Looks just fine. You don't need to see the back. That's fine. See? I see, this is the thing though, I can't even see the back of my head, so I have no idea how it looks. So I'm going to turn my back, okay? You guys tell me how it looks, so I've got no idea. Okay? I stopped the line about there because I was about to cut all my hair off. How's it look? Welcome, Mason. Now, Mason, usually I'm not showing everyone the back of my head. Do not be confused by that. I had that same bad haircut in middle school. Ha ha! Hang on a second, let me just ban, purge. To be fair, not that bad. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Right. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go and get the players. Guys, you are live. Welcome.
Hey! What's up?
Oh. So. Today, as we go round, I'd like everyone to introduce their players and tell me something about where you are, what your characters are doing, what the world is like, etc. And excuse me while I grab a notepad.
Dibs not first.
We will go in screen order. Oh, are you playing the nose game, Haley?
Yeah, I don't want to go first. I hate going first. I like being middle.
Okay, why don't we start with Ken then? Ken seems keen.
Awesome.
Hey.
Hey everybody. Hey Scrat. Thanks for having me on again. This is so awesome. I'm really happy to be here. I'm Ken Breeze. I'm at Burling's Beard. I'm a for-hire DM in the New York City area. And I'm really excited to be playing Anoran today, an elven warrior, a fighter, a Fey knight, if you will. Anoran has left the Feywild to travel the lands of the Prime Material Planes, as well as the multiverse. He hasn't got very far, but he's been happy to find some really boon companions, people who bring joy into his life. And after some adventures, he has decided it is time to bring his friends to the Feywild, to introduce them to his family and to where he grew up. He wields a short sword and a hand axe. He wears scale mail that is patterned after sort of leaves that are an autumn color He also wears sort of a cowl that obscures his straw blonde hair, though his ears stick out very wide. He also carries, oddly enough, a gnomish weapon on his back, a hooked hammer. You guys know that he has learned magic from the gnomes, speaks their language, as well as able to cast spells, apparently. And so he has been very happy to bring his friends closer to him and his people by traveling to the Feywild.
Excellent. And so which section of the Feywild are we in?
I think we're in the Summer Court.
In the Summer Court.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So who wants to go next?
I can go next, that's fine.
Okay.
Or do you want to go next?
Haley, go for it.
Okay, dang it. Okay, hi, I'm Haley, the great Haley on all social medias. Today I am playing Kai, the cutest little halfling rogue that you've ever met, I swear. And if you argue, you're gonna regret it, because she is the cutest. She is from Halrua, which is not of the Feywild. She has had this long-term dream to travel and to see other places. She has a large fascination with dwarves. She even learned to speak dwarves so that she could communicate with them, because she thought that because these rock creatures live in the mountains, they only speak this language and common is not normal to them. She has expectations of what the world is like, and she's just the cutest little thing and just gullible, and she has no idea what to expect.
Excellent.
Oh, and she met this guy over here, and she's traveling with him because he promised her to show her things.
Okay. So what is your quest? Are you just traveling together to go and check out the Feywild, or is there something in particular that you guys want to do?
Kai just wants to explore. She just wants to see everything, and if there's jobs along the way, then yay, but it's definitely just to explore and see things that she's never seen before.
Okay. So in that case, can you tell me one bad thing that's happened on your journey so far?
Like I said, Kai is very gullible, so she has a tendency to believe anything that anybody else ever tells her. So she may have kind of joined a cult at one point, the cult of the Dragon Queen or whatever, and she eventually got out of it because she was like, yeah, I don't agree with killing people for no reason, so she just kind of left eventually.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So second to last, who wants to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
Hey everybody, I am Nyx. You can find me on Twitter as LockstarNikki. No, I can't say my name right, y'all. LockstarNixie.
You'll get there.
I am playing one of my oldest characters today. I've had her around since 2001. Her name is Fanhoas, but she has everyone call her Faye because people butcher her name. She's a half-elf wizard. She is currently trying to avoid her dad in more academia because he's pressuring her to study more and do more advanced courses of study. So she and her best friend Tasha ran off to go do some other stuff, and right before she met these guys, Tasha kind of disappeared. So she's kind of hoping to find her friend in the Feywild because she had said something about it, but she doesn't know. So hopefully, but for now, she's just trying to avoid her dad and have some fun.
Excellent.
All right, last but not least, hopefully, I'm Nicole at Nick and Chicken Everywhere, and I'm playing Godric Goldrick, and there is an L in the second one, but it's really hard to hear when he speaks, and he is a dwarf cleric of light. He worships the goddess Sune, because he was found at a young age and brought into the temple, and it's all he's ever known. And one day he had a vision from the goddess, and she told him to go out into the world and stop just reading books and go find adventure, go heal people, use your talents. And this is the very first group of people who said, hey, do you want to come with us? So he was like, sure.
Perfect. Okay, so
maybe to his detriment.
between the two of you then, let's add something to the thing. What sort of quirks are the people in this particular summer court exhibiting? Perhaps they all speak funny, or they all do. They're all getting ready for a festival or something?
Festival sounds fun.
I like festival.
I love festivals.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
It's a great chance to learn about their cultures.
Yes. I don't have Wikipedia open at all. So, yeah, Bex is immediately shouting out for the German accent. Nope. So, the Summer Court of Titania. As you are returning home, Anaran, you can see everyone is preparing for the Summer Harvest Festival, where all the crops are drying, ready for brewing and all of the other things that they do with crops.
Yes, my friends, don't you understand? The Fey wine is delicious. I promise you, Godric. It will scintillate your tongue. We must find my favorite inn. They have probably been brewing a sort of a very early batch, something not to be missed.
I bet you 5 gold pieces that if I get my hands on these crops, I can make you a better wine with my own tools.
Dwarven wine? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Dwarven elf wine, why not?
I'll drink it.
I want to try one of each, please.
Well, I'm especially happy that you're here, Feynach, because it's important for you to connect with your heritage. Your people come from the Feywild, after all.
True. I'm very excited. My mother never wanted to bring me, so this is great.
Oh, your mother. We don't really talk about her anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay, I know.
Yes, best not to speak of it maybe in polite company.
Yeah, good
But
idea.
if we're in polite company,
Are we polite company?
Well, maybe. We're guests here, of course.
oh, so that means we have to be polite.
For anyone who is impolite to you, I will back you up 100%.
And she stands as tall as she can, and Kai is 2'9", so she's trying to like put her chest down. She's like, and they won't stand a chance.
We've slain ogres before, Kai. We've done much good together. Just tell me
Much good.
tales.
We're just gonna pretend I grew up in an orphanage.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good plan.
okay. I will let. She jumps to high five you.
If that is how you wish to proceed.
Because if they hear who my dad is, they'll know exactly who my mother is. So let's just.
Do you think anybody would ask about your parents?
I sure hope not. I sure hope not. No
Well,
family
they-
drama. I don't want family drama.
They'll
Okay.
believe us, I think. Or we can just avoid the topic completely.
I like this plan.
Okay. So what's
Let's do it.
first?
High five.
Jumps again.
The
So-
people of this. Go ahead.
Go. No, you
The
carry
people
on.
of this. The people of this village, elves in general, they have a different air about them, a timelessness. They are preparing, of course, for the festival, but normally they don't care about others' problems or stories unless they become a problem for them.
Okay. So what kind of festival is it?
A summer harvest festival.
Ooh.
That sounds great.
Indeed, look at all these amazing fruits.
As you look across the fruits, they look incredibly dry.
Oh.
Oh, well, it seems they're not as plump as they were in years past.
Could be a good thing. Dried fruit does tend to travel a little better.
You can
I've heard that.
see some nearby elves being directed by one elf in particular. She has a handkerchief tied around her head. She stands shorter than the average elf, maybe about 4'5", and she is just directing these people, wiping sweat from her brow. Everyone's working hard. They're trying to ferry water into the crops.
I will approach them, looking back towards my friends concerned, saying, something must be wrong. It, the lands have not been parched when I lived here.
Maybe we should see what's wrong.
No.
My wine's not looking so bad now, is it? And just kind of like tap on my little bottle. It's even strapped to my side.
Your wine is always good, Godric. Always.
Godric, your wine is wonderful. I simply was saying that elven wine, it holds a special place in my heart, and I wish to share it with all of you.
I'll take a free drink whenever I can get it, especially if it means something to you.
I bet it's wonderful.
And don't forget, the bet that you made. I'm gonna hold you to it.
All right.
And I will judge.
Oh,
I will
I
just
guess that
drink.
makes sense. Yeah, not surprised. Hashtag.
Hashtag. So Kai would run up alongside you and kind of like, boy, like we should probably see like if there's something we can do if something's wrong with your lands.
Yes, let's find out. And I will just continue walking towards them. Do I recognize any of these people?
Yeah, probably. This elven woman, she's probably been in the village a long time. So, how would you recognize her?
I would approach her, and I would sort of be sort of beaming, happy, though there's a cloud of concern in my eye as I address her, saying, "Honored elder, I have returned, bringing friends. The Harvest Festival seems to have come again, but the water is something wrong with the crop this year."
Welcome back, Anaran. She turns and embraces you.
Oh, it's super embracing. Yes.
No.
Yes. This year the crops are quite dry. The river is not running as it normally does. We are creating water magically to keep things alive.
What's
Oh
happened?
no. The River Luna, it stopped.
Yes.
This is terrible news.
So this hasn't happened before, or
No, the Feywild is a natural, primal place where nature is in abundance and rules all. The
change that?
lack of water is very concerning. There should be no lack of water in the Feywild.
Could it be a magical source that stopped it?
Perhaps, yes.
I mean, I can create water, but I feel like this is something we're gonna have to go up the river.
I would appreciate your creating water. Every 10 liters helps every field.
Looks like we got a nerf.
There's only so many of us with the skill.
All right, for now, and Godric will cast Create and Destroy Water and use it to create a gentle rain that falls upon the crops.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Well, that'll do for now, but should probably go investigate this problem, because can only do that so much.
Thank you so much. She runs up to the to you, dwarf, and rests her hands on your shoulders. The dwarven folk are kinder than previous days.
Just kind of look over to everyone else and put a hand in front of my mouth. She thinks I'm kind. Ha! That'll learn her.
Anaran sort of like rolls his eyes as he walks into the rain and has his hands sort of up and his arms outstretched. It seems that he's very taken with being rained on, as he sort of turns around and exclaims, "Sune's blessing! I can't believe it! It's a miracle!"
Sune may have granted me this boon, but this was all my doing. Thank you very much. And he just puts his hands on his hips and goes, when the light of the lady touches you, then you can be thanking Sune.
Oh, Godric, as I start, like, trying to get it off of me.
Faye's gonna pull her hood up so her hair doesn't get too wet.
Kaya's kind of like embracing the water, just happy that it's raining. It's a different kind of experience having a made rain versus like natural rains. She's like, it's magic.
And
Magically delicious.
Wow.
Yes, Anaran, we've had drought for weeks on end. The heat has been non-stop, day and night. No storms to break the pressure. We sent some rangers up the river to find out what happened, but none returned.
Was my sister amongst them? Just all?
No, she remains to help us.
I wish to see my family, but I don't think that this can wait. We should make our way up the river to at least investigate, if anything, to see what happened to these rangers.
I think that sounds like a good plan to me.
Thank you all so much for coming here and helping.
As long as we get some wine later, then yes, I don't mind.
It will be my pleasure to cheers with you to our success.
Can we travel by foot, or do we need to take a boat?
Well, I assume the river's dried up. We can't take a boat. Unless you have airboats. Do y'all have airboats here? We have them back home.
I look around expectantly. Airboats? Where?
Unless you brought some with you, Kai. She doesn't know your name. Unless you brought some with you, fellow gnome. Halfling.
Halfling? I am no gnome. No gnomes here.
She's adorable is what she is.
Thank you very much to Dark Aardvark, who gifts a nat 20 to Godric.
Nice.
Yay!
And in comes an advantage to Feywild as well from Mason Q WWQ.
Fenord?
Gift ever. You?
Well, I suppose if we could find a boat, we could carry it with you in it, Kai. It's kind of like an airboat.
Can we do that? And she kind of looks like at Anaran. Like, can we do that? Can we carry me in a boat?
I think it would slow us down, not to be a killjoy.
That's very true.
But then we could ride the boat back after we fix the problem. We're
Yes.
thinking ahead.
I'm all for it if we can find one.
Ma'am, do you have a boat that we could borrow?
Oh, yes, just snap one of the leaves from the side of the river, Anaran. You know how.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Leaf boats?
I remember
I've
now.
never been in a leaf boat.
The Feywild is a magical place.
It sounds very fun to be in a leaf boat. Let's go! And she starts heading off in the direction that she believes the river to be, which is the complete wrong direction.
Kai, wait, no, this way.
Oh, and she like turns, pivots.
Thank you,
Let's
Elder.
go!
We will return soon.
She's leaving, by the way. She's not waiting for you.
Be safe, Anaran.
I start taking off after Kai.
Mhm.
Wait up, Kai! There are animals here! You don't understand! They'll eat you in one bite!
I am too strong. They can't get me. She flexes.
Faye just follows behind, kind of giggling.
She is rather adorable. I'll give her that.
She is.
She just constantly has a smile on her face. We're going on an adventure. We're going to help some people today.
So heading down to the riverbank, Kai, you will see the river is nearly completely dry. A small trickle runs down the center. And you can see brown leaves on the bank, sort of withered and drying, but the leaves are big enough to make serviceable boats.
So this isn't how your river's supposed to look, right?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay.
Terrible.
And she kind of jumps to
The
try to
hole.
get like the leave to like make a boat. She can't quite reach.
I offer a boost up if she wants to take it.
She takes it and she jumps and she
Yeah.
grabs it, pulls it down. We did it! We have a boat!
That's pretty cool.
A boat that we can use later.
Do they have these leaves like all the way down the river?
Trees only grow in some places where they've been seeded. Perhaps we'll
Oh.
find more.
Just in case we lose our boat. Because you said there's animals, right? So who knows what we might
There
come
are
across on the way there.
Dangerous animals in the Feywild. When I spoke of the natural beauty and primalness of this place, that goes for everything, including those creatures which live and dwell here. The beasts, blink dogs, others, fey beasts, fey panthers. They are hunters. It is best to be wary when traveling outside of the lands of the elves.
And
Or
I
the
don't,
gnomes, or
I
others.
don't want to be hunted. So we need to be smart and safe. Onward. And she starts moving upstream.
The boat is incredibly light.
She's kind of like dragging it behind her because she's not like holding it up. She's just assuming there's a stem to it and she's just pulling it behind her, going kind of slower than she already was.
Anaran falls to the back of the group, sort of definitely slowing his pace. It seems like he could be moving a lot faster if he needed to be, but he's happy to sort of take this slower, more cautious pace and just enjoy the natural beauty around him, as well as keeping an eye out for anything.
Godric will take up the backside of the boat just so it's not dragging, so it's a little bit faster to move along.
Faye's just trying to keep her eyes open, looking around, just in case. She's kind of nervous.
So Kai is kind of looking down into where the stream would be, kind of expecting there to be some kind of change in it, maybe looking ahead to see if there's like a dam blocking. She's just kind of watching the river, not so much her surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Feynog? Is this what you thought it would be?
You have me slightly paranoid now with your talk of great beasts, but it is quite lovely.
Being paranoid is very elven.
Oh, I didn't realize that was an elven trait.
Oh, yes.
It's not a halfling trait, I'll tell you that.
Nope, not surprised by that either.
We are quite brave.
I do believe, Kai, you are one of the bravest beings that I have ever met. And
She goes to like do the little arms on her hip thing, and it kind of tilts the boat that she almost like falls over.
Whoa.
I got it. We're good.
Okay.
Super cute. And she keeps going.
Excellent. Well, as you look into the river, you can see that the small trickle of water in the center is almost mud. It's so viscous the way it runs down. The rest of the river is dry and cracked, almost sandy. Heading up the river, you can't see any dams or anything like that. It goes all the way up into the hills.
How deep is the river? Like,
It's about like 8 foot deep in the center and sort of curves outwards.
okay. She's still walking, trying to find at some point where the water starts yet, or there's some kind of blockage or anything. So,
I
like I said,
remember
she's
when
not looking at anything else.
I remember when my sister and I used to come to this shore. We would swim, race, sometimes fish, but always throw them back.
So nice.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. It's very difficult to see how it's changed.
Must have been nice to grow up with a sister.
Just all, she and I are very different. But yes, we are friends.
I wouldn't know what it's like to have a sister.
I don't have any family.
Hi. You want to be my sister?
I would love to be your sister.
Ooh, adopted sisters. High five.
She's in front, so she's like air fiving.
They hold it like just high enough that she can hit it when she jumps.
Yeah. She like tilts the boat up with her when she jumps.
Oh,
Such things are bound in the Feywild. You've made the oath in this magical place.
We all made an oath?
I will make an oath to be your brother in arms forever.
Forever's a really long time. Are you sure you want to be around me that long?
My people know much of the passage of time. I lived for 100 years before I left this place.
That's a really long time. I didn't leave my home until I was sure it's kind of counting on her fingers. How old am I? And she's like kind of trailed off in thought, so she doesn't actually answer you.
watch the boat, Kai. Watch the boat.
Yes.
So you'll walk upriver for quite some time until the scenery changes. Up ahead, you can see a small camp. Sort of a broken, like a camp that has been made use of and then moved on from. It's old. The fire is dead. But sitting on one of the logs is a ranger.
Is it a boy or a girl ranger?
It's an elven ranger.
Hard to tell.
Androgynous.
Okay. I'll say, is that your sister?
I don't believe so. The elder said she did not go with the Rangers.
Ah, yes. I was too focused on the fact that we had to leave for me to listen. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it at this point.
Faye's gonna throw out a greeting in Elvish and be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
No response.
Since I'm the closest, do I notice anything weird about the camp as we approach it?
The camp's been broken down. The fire's not burning. There's no food on.
Nothing weird about the ranger?
The ranger hasn't moved.
Ooh.
Is it like is his back to us, or?
Oh no, he just sort of like sits in forward.
Okay. Kai kind of tries to quicken her pace, and then kind of slows down again, remembering that she's carrying the boat with you. She's like, hello! And she shouts like real loud. No response. Sure.
I'm gonna go up to the Elven Ranger and I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and just kind of poke them in the shoulder.
As you poke him, he sort of... he leans back and you can see his hands are covering a bloodied wound.
Oh dang, can I run a medicine check and see if there's anything I can do to help?
You certainly can.
I rush forward as I see this sort of sallow, skinned figure, obviously bloodied. Does it look like they've been in a fight?
24.
On a 24, he is suffering severe thirst. He's probably been sat here for quite some time with no water. He is extremely exhausted. sort of like the same exhaustion as a fever. He's likely been hanging on by sheer determination and not much else. His wound has been made by a jagged sort of blade. It seems it has pierced him from behind and come all the way through his front into his gut.
Call Godric over, see if he can work some Healy awesome magic.
Yeah, Godric's gonna come over and kind of push everyone out of the way. This is my realm, thank you very much. You give him water, you see about the wound, and he's just gonna like crack his knuckles and place his hands on the wound and cast Cure Wounds.
Anaran moves behind the ranger, sort of trying to support him, holding him by the shoulders, trying to hold him up, and whispering into his ear in Elven, saying, "Light and love will find you. Come back towards the light. Light and love."
He's giving them water, or her giving them water.
Just chucking it down their throat like a load of water. On your 24 medicine check, you'd know that you can't feed people who have been severely dehydrated too quickly.
Okay, she's not being fast. She's just giving like teeny little bit. Teeny little bit.
Kai is sitting in the boat. Just want to throw that out there. That's where she's at.
So on your cure wounds, as your hands, can you describe it a little bit? What sort of incantations do you make, or?
He comes up and he puts one hand on his holy symbol that he has to actually pull out of his armor, leaves it concealed most of the time, and then kind of focuses, and you see the light begin to crackle through his fingers. And then as he pulls his hands away, the light dies from the amulet, but is still on his fingertips, almost like you can see his fingerprints, and he just pushes them into the wound, and you see the light kind of radiate out and then fade.
So it plugs the wound. It doesn't heal it completely, but it does plug it so he's not bleeding so bad. That and the dehydration, he's not in danger of bleeding out, but he is still in bad shape. He looks bloodied.
Throw up prestidigitation real quick and clean him up around the wound.
What happened? What happened here?
Visitor.
I can't quite hear you. You need to just speak up a little bit louder.
Visitor, I think he said.
Visitor?
What? Where are the others who were with you? Who stabbed you?
Demon.
Oh shit.
Plane.
Okay, my friend, I think you should rest. I'm gonna pull out my my rucksack and everything and just kind of set up like a little bed for him to lay on, and pull out my water skin. Just, you need to lie down and rest and heal your wounds. Here's some water. Do not drink it all. So help me. If you will heal yourself properly.
I help the ranger, Anaran rather, to his feet and guide him slowly over to the bed that Godric has made, trying to help sort of lower him down to it.
Thank you.
Faye is going to turn to Anaran and be like, should we bring him back to the village, or is there a way to send word to them to send someone to get him? I feel like it would be a very bad idea to leave him alone.
I'm all for going back to the village with him. If we can use the boat to at least carry him. What do you others think? I'm open to any pathway forward.
Well, if the others aren't alive, at least not that he thinks.
All right.
I don't think we're gonna be wasting any time. I mean, the crops are already dry. We might as well take him back and then come back this way.
The only danger there would be that a demon is on the loose. It could kill more.
We might need backup.
Does your village seem capable of fighting demons?
It seems to me they sent their rangers off to do just that, and they failed. I wouldn't be surprised if there are at least one or two other warriors in the village, but normally those of us who choose the martial path, we leave. There are not many conflicts in the Feywild, and when there are, they are terrible to behold.
Let's just get him back for now. Get him to the village healer where they can keep an eye on him, and then we'll decide what to do next. And who knows, maybe we can find something in the village to help us.
What does he want? Perhaps we should ask him his opinion.
He's basically falling asleep. Godric's told him to rest.
Okay. Next best bet, we ask the healer. Godric, what do you think's our best course?
He might be okay. Though these beasts you talk about could be a problem. I mean, we could always try to build him a shelter. Could put him under a boat so he could sleep.
Kai climbs out of her boat as you say that and starts dragging the leaf over him. And she takes one of her daggers and kind of slides it like under the boat into his hand. Just there. Problem solved. Let's go. Go.
Okay.
This is not pretty, but it's option A.
Well,
Option B, we take him back.
we haven't seen anything, and we do need to take care of this. Because if there's a demon on the loose, I've dealt with demons before, and it's a lot of bad things. So I think the quicker that we deal with that, the better for everyone. And who knows, he doesn't know if other people are alive or not, so we could be wasting time possibly saving others.
I look around, Anoran looks around for tracks of this ranger, if possible, or blood splatters, anything that may indicate which direction he came from.
Yeah, sure. Give me a survival check.
Sure. That'll be a 19. 19.
On a 19, you can not only see that he has come down following the river from the droplets of dried blood on the yellowed grass. They stand out quite contrasting to one another. You can also see the tracks of paw prints around. And are you investigating the camp as well for tracks, or just?
Yes.
So in the camp, you can see where all the tents have been laid before. And roll me a d4.
Sure. I got a 4.
On a 4, you also find a small knife that looks like a ranger's knife. It's made of like the sylvan sort of curved design. It's got a small engraving on the hilt. It could even be his.
I bring it over to him, but more like I'm gonna hand it to Kai, who gave him her dagger. So it's almost like I'm just returning it. Like, this seems very natural to me that Kai should get this dagger.
Is the dagger covered in blood?
No.
Okay. Well, she adds it to her belt then, replacing the dagger.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, thank you. Kai's smart sometimes. So there were no tracks around the camp, really, then?
Well, no.
Well,
We don't really, we're apparently, but I have found tracks of his that lead further up the river. We could follow those.
we were going up the river anyway.
Do it.
I will need another boat eventually, though.
Yeah.
Since I gave mine away. But until then, the tracks. And she starts walking.
Let's maybe travel for only until night, and then maybe we can return this way.
What time is it now?
It's getting on to late evening. The sun's sort of sitting low. It's powerful orange light, making everything a shade of golden. The heat is still very warm.
We could technically just stay here with him throughout the night to see if it gets better in the morning.
Gives us a good spot to camp, and we can keep an eye on him.
Very well. I agree. let us rest.
She takes her dagger back. And keeps the other dagger. Just pointing that out.
Feywild is going to set up an I think I have that. Don't I have that? Hold on. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to set up alarm around the edge of our camp so that we, you know, if something happens, we'll have warning if something comes up on us.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to cast it as a ritual so it doesn't use a spell slot. Yay!
Okay, so Thana begins the ritualistic casting, the ceremony before going to sleep. I imagine some of you have seen this before.
Yes, she often sprinkles things around our camp at night. At first I thought it was because she had like certain scents, and then I realized it was spells that she was casting to protect us.
Oh, you.
Yeah,
I
don't want y'all getting hurt. I definitely don't want to get hurt either.
Wise with a demon around.
Yes. And beasties and other things. And who knows?
So who would want to take first watch then?
I can.
She doesn't argue. She like throws out her bedroll. She's like, okay.
Alrighty then. So
I'll take first and second watch.
If you want.
You get to do that trancy awesome thing.
Yes, my meditation will come after. When you guard me.
Okay. That sounds good. I turn to Godric. Nightcap?
You start without me. I'm going to go, since we're going to sleep anyway, seems pretty safe. I'm going to give this gentleman a little bit more healing, so he has a bit of a restful night. And he's going to go over and do the same manner as before with Cure Wounds, but you see the light is much brighter this time, and he's going to cast it at second level to try and really pump some healing into him, because he is not comfortable with how he's looking.
Faye's gonna start prepping the cups and pull a bottle of ale out of her things while that happens.
There we go. So on a 12, he perks up quite a bit. The skin sort of like, it doesn't necessarily patch back together, but it does look a lot cleaner, a lot more like a healing process is taking place faster than it normally would, and props himself up onto his elbows and takes the water again, and this time takes a sip. Thank you.
Good. Now sleep. And Godric's just going to take a big meaty finger and just put it on his forehead and kind of push him to lay back down.
Okay.
Perhaps we should at least speak with him about his experience, Godric, before he and also elves don't sleep. We trance.
Then he's just going to put like 2 fingers over his eyes and just try to forcefully close them. Trance.
I don't think it works that way.
There's a good boy. There's a good elf.
He doesn't need much encouragement. Like I say, he's absolutely exhausted, so sleep takes him. Even though he's an elf, the sleep.
We can always talk to him in the morning.
Anything he could tell us now, he could also tell us later. And he just kind of puts the boat back over him.
You're very right.
Want to build a fire or anything, or?
It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Would fire keep the beasts away, or would it lure them in?
Usually the latter, in my experience.
Then the stars will be our light tonight.
We got the alarm spell. We'll know if something gets too close.
I like stars. She says she lays down, looks at the sky that's not dark yet.
Just waiting.
full
She's
cup.
patiently waiting for the nighttime.
I pass a full cup to Godric and go, it is quite the view.
Godric takes a heavy swig and hands you back an empty cup. and then pulls out his bottle, just like, we're gonna need the full one.
Okay, I had run 1, you have run 2. And I chug mine. We're so drinking buddies, aren't we?
So, do the pair of you drink a reasonable amount? Are you intending to get tipsy or drunk?
Faye's stopping after round 2.
Probably get a little tipsy. Godric finds himself that he is on vacation currently on this trip, so he hasn't really taken it seriously yet.
Okay, yep. Perfect.
Faye usually doesn't go past round 2 because if she does, things tend to catch on fire. That's a story for another day.
I wish to hear this tale.
Maybe today. Oh, we lived it. You don't remember that?
I think that was the time that I got blackout drunk myself.
Yeah, you were blacked out.
That was my first time having alcohol of elven kind, or no, dwarven kind.
It's intense. I like playing with fire a little too much, so yeah.
That's why we love you.
Fire is warm, like our hearts.
True. And hot, like our bodies.
Kai looks at herself.
Aaron's eyebrow goes up.
Thank you also to Estelle Castillo, who I don't know how to pronounce that word, who gives an advantage to Anaran and Godric.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
So, who was taking watch?
Anaran.
Do the rest of you...
Taking watch after Anaran.
Would you like to do anything else with your evening before you take rest?
Kai wants to look through the campsite to see if there's anything that she could have.
Yeah, so it's been broken down, so it's mostly like bits of wood and things that have been used for like tent supplies and that sort of thing, but you can certainly have a look around.
Yeah, people forget things all the time.
What would you like to investigate, perceive, or other?
I want to perceive because it's a little bit better.
Okay. So out of 21, as you look around, you can see that the camp was built in a hurry. You can see the signs of people not, like, there's main beams been laid, but no supporting beams or ropes tied down anywhere. The campfire had sand kicked on it to put it out. It wasn't meant to die naturally.
She must have left in a hurry as well. So she wants to kind of like look off away from the river into the woods, I guess. Does she see anything out there? Do I need to reroll?
No.
Okay.
On the horizon, you can see like a white sort of light shining against the sky, just shimmering ever so slightly.
Not the sun.
Not the sun.
Without looking away from it, she's gonna point and then kind of turn a little bit to kind of still watching it, like afraid it's gonna disappear if she moves too much. And she's like, there's something over there. There's a light. And it's not the sun. Fairly certain it's not the sun.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if Faye recognizes it as anything magical?
Yeah, sure. This is not the effects that you would associate with a magical spell. It's not like part of the energy being gathered or anything like that. But you may have seen this effect when doing spells that involve water and ice and those sort of things.
It might be something involved with a water or an ice spell, honestly.
Should we check it out? It could have to do with the river.
It's up in the hills.
Oh, so it's like far away.
Mm-hmm.
We could head that direction tomorrow.
But what if it disappears?
Well, probably wouldn't be able to see it too well during the day anyway, but who knows? It's probably too dangerous to go now in the dark. Besides, dwarves don't have dark vision, correct?
No, they do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, you got dark
Halflings don't have dark vision.
I was like, I don't think I do.
No, you don't.
vision. Besides, we'd have to have a torch, and that would draw attention to us.
We've set our camp. We'll wait for this man. We need to talk with him in the morning, the ranger. But that is a good direction maybe to head. I agree. And once the light comes back, if we head out into the darkness, it will be dangerous. I'm ready to do that if we wish to do that. But we will be leaving this man behind in our camp.
So, Kai takes some of the broken wood pieces and kind of like makes a arrow pointing towards the direction of the light so that she can remember in the morning, like, this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, gets in her bedroll.
Okay. Anything that any of the rest of you would like to do before you take rest?
Yes, I would like to sing a song to the Elven Ranger. I will begin singing him a song in the language of the fairies, Sylvan, as I attempt to ease his rest, to provide for him a space in which he feels comfortable and safe. Anaran's voice lilts over the night air. Elves enjoy art and enjoy expressing their creativity. And he sings this sort of higher register, almost like not a lament per se, but like a ballad, as he is keeping watch.
Not stay asleep.
Okay, so as you sing these notes, the night draws in. Soon the sun has set and it begins to get cold. The crystallized air begins to leave your body as you sing the notes.
I look around. This seems very uncommon. This is not. I'm in the summer court. It seems very, very uncommon. I am immediately sort of on guard as my voice sort of trails off the song ending as I am peering out into the darkness, looking for what might be causing this, if anything. And I will place my hand upon the handle of my short sword.
So as you look around the forest, you can see trees, very dry trees, with very little in the way of foliage on them, as most has fallen. They're sort of turning a pale sort of white color.
Oh, as if they're freezing over or something like that? Or I almost get up like I want to go touch them, and then I stop and I continue to be in my crouch as I bring my hand up and I begin going as I cast the message spell. I will whisper in a message in Godric's ear. I will say something interesting is happening. Are you awake? If not, wake up.
I'm awake. And kind of burps a little bit. Oh, I drank too much.
And Faye rolls over her back.
It's cold. You promised me wine and summer. I have no wine and it's cold. This vacation is terrible.
I had hoped that our vacation would be much easier than this. This is normally what we do anyways, camping out in the wilderness.
Gave away my blanket. And kind of just stands up and starts rubbing his arms.
Something's out there. Something's happening to the trees. Can you see?
Can I make an attempt to also kind of peer around and see if I see what he notices?
Yeah, okay.
Let me switch back. Perception.
Yeah.
21.
On a 21, you can see this white sort of pale color creeping up the trees, sort of moving like cracks.
I don't think they're supposed to do that.
One of the trees bursts.
I rush over to Feywild and shake her awake. Faye, wake up, Feywild!
Just 5 more minutes, seriously, man. Just 5 more minutes.
What is that? And I point towards the wood.
What? Arcana check. Oh my god. She's a little sleepy, so it's not that great.
Yeah, so this is some sort of cold magic. Creeping up the trees, some sort of big area of effect.
I'm thinking we should run. And he takes the boat that the ranger is sleeping in, flops it over, and attempts to just roll him into it and be like, let's take this boat to go.
I can set him on fire.
No, I don't think that would be very good. Run. Boat, run.
I rush over to Kai as I bend down on one knee and put a hand upon her shoulder, trying to softly shake her awake. It's time to run, Kai. Your favorite game.
So she's like starfish to sleep. She's just kind of on the ground. She kind of stretches. Run.
Oh.
She's like rubbing her eyes like a child, basically. No, she like falls back over.
Thank you to Mason, who donates 500 bits for me to make things a little bit worse.
Perfect.
But it's already bad.
I sort of stand up, and it's at this point that I think I am going to draw both my short sword and my hand axe. Shing! As I begin stalking towards the ice, or the magical effect, magical frost. Almost as if I'm going to confront it.
Okay, so let's see. How awake are you, Faye and Kai, right now?
Kai fell back asleep. Sorry, Kai was not ready to wake up, so she's asleep. This is gonna be great.
Typical Kai.
Yeah. She's essentially a child.
So, Faye, are you awake and alert?
You promised me awake. Once I get awake, it's good. It's getting her awake that's the problem.
You and only you can see a figure leaving the shadows, creeping towards Anaran.
I cast Hold Person. So. Are they within 60 feet? I should probably have asked that.
Yeah. I mean, like, Anaran's only just started walking.
Alright. So I'm going to reach up. There's a necklace with random bits and thingies on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of iron, like it came off a nail or something. I'm going to grab it and throw out my hand, and I'm going to cast Hold Person on them. So they get to make a wisdom saving throw. That does not go, because my spell save DC is 13.
You freeze. Yeah.
I got him!
Got who? What?
Over here!
Anaran, you'll see turning around that behind you there is an elf, and now that Feanor has held them and pointed them out, both you and Godric, awake, can now see this sneaking elf. It wears garb of the Winter Court.
What? An agent of the Winter Court? Here? This is unheard of. And
Saunter over to him and go, so what exactly are you trying to do?
I don't think he can speak.
No, it just told him he can't move. He can speak. I'm pretty sure he can speak. Don't say anything about them not being able to speak. It says they're paralyzed. Does that affect speech?
Usually, yes,
Oh, poop.
but I don't know. If I'm
Scrat said no at first, so.
if I'm paralyzed, I usually can't open my mouth.
I think the person is more like a constricting kind of thing, not so much of like an entire body thing. I think it's more of a movement thing.
I look at him and I say, "Can you speak?" I seem to not know anything about this spell.
I love this image of like we've got an assassin in camp and we immediately have a discussion about
Yeah.
paralysis. But he doesn't answer, but you do see his lip curl.
Ah.
Faye is going to take her hempen rope and she's going to push him down where he just kind of falls forward, and she's going to take his arms and his feet and hog tie him.
As you do so, his wisdom save finally beats your DC, and he tries to bolt. However, you are all very close.
Awesome. Yeah, I will definitely try and hamstring him with my axe.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So is he prone? Because he's on the ground.
Yeah, so like as you pushed him over, he sort of made the whiz save, and like almost in the panic of falling, his hands came out, and he stopped himself, and he sort of, from the sprint start position, is trying to make his way away as Anaran makes his attack. So, let's do some initiative.
Awesome.
Kai's still asleep. I guess y'all were shouting, so Kai will wake up. What is going on?
I would like to use my advantage on this initiative.
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use mine too. Nat 1. That's a little bit better.
What was your roll, sorry, Ken?
It's 21.
Oh, right, yeah, well, you're going first.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's do this.
Cool. So I definitely go down to try and hamstring this Winter Court elf, aiming sort of for his lower legs as I roll. Ooh, not great. How about a mighty 9 versus armor class? Ah! I am a dual wielder, so I will make my second attack with my short sword as I do a little bit better and get a 13.
That does not hit. Scrapes along his studded leather, catching some of the studs.
Yeah, I'm not able to catch him at the angle. My friends are all around. There's a sort of a jumble of people, and that's my turn.
Thank you very much to Otherdoc, who donates to give Kai a nat 20.
Nice.
Yay.
Faye, you're next.
So, Faye sees him, he's trying to bolt, and she doesn't like that, and she is Faye. So she's going to cast Firebolt. And you know what? I'm going to use my advantage won't even help me there. Nope.
Nope. So the firebolt...
But it may illuminate, maybe we can see him a little better.
Yeah, his armor is covered in runic symbols.
Ooh.
Can I read any of them?
You tell me. Can you read Abyssal?
Ooh.
Dang it. No. I could do Draconic and Celestial, but I can't do Abyssal.
So close. Anything else you can do?
She'll probably say something like, do you really want to try and run? And that'll be her turn.
Next up, then. Kai, waking up.
Yeah. So Kai wakes up and she sees that they're fighting. She sees the fireball and immediately, like, she is awake. She's like, oh crap, things are happening. So she kind of like bounces up and she kind of like searches herself and she pulls out a dagger and she wants to throw it at him.
Perfect. Yeah, which one? The Sylvan or your own?
Is there a difference?
Maybe.
My own.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my own for this one.
Boom! 23 hits.
Nice.
Oh! That is strong damage. Strong. Takes the poor elf in the shoulder blade, and he slumps forward onto the floor. He is not dead, but he is grievously wounded.
Nice.
10 points! And she kind of like runs over there. So she wants to run over there and kind of like, not that she weighs a whole lot, but she wants to sit on top of him and get her dagger and kind of push it, I guess, to hold him down. Because if it's a lot of pain, maybe he'll stay. So can I do that? Is that cool?
Yeah, you can try and hold him down. We'll give you a sort of like a semi-grapple sort of thing. So Godric, it is your turn.
Who?
Godric, Nicole.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I was reading.
That's okay. It would be your turn.
I'm going to kind of look up and go, Winter Elf. Ugh. How about we heat things up? Let me cauterize that wound for you. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
If we
Sacred
want to
Flame.
kill him?
Sacred Flame.
Could bring him back.
Sacred Flame.
As she's holding the dagger, I don't think we should kill him.
I suppose it does literally just lick across, lapping the flame and lapping the wound. Sears it a bit. So he's going to try and stand Kai.
Okay, she weighs like 30 pounds, so I mean, she doesn't weigh a whole lot.
I mean, he's not the strongest, but he's not the weakest either. Are you trying to oppose this somehow? Perhaps swing your weight around for him to the ground or something, prevent him from.
Yes, yeah. So kind of like if he tries to get up, she'll like wrap her body around him to kind of hold him downwards.
Okay. Let's have a opposed athletics check, please.
Ooh.
Oh!
Take that.
So as he stands like lifting you up with ease, and I'm sort of picturing you sort of like doing some sort of Greco-Roman wrestling stuff with his legs. So you just BAM on the floor.
I really think somebody should tie him up.
He puts his hands up.
She doesn't like loosen her grip or anything. She just kind of like, I think he's surrendering.
Can I move in with the rope?
Yeah, you can move in with the rope. We'll exit combat for the moment.
Okay. Faye's gonna move in with her rope since she already had it out, and she's going to once again proceed to try to hog tie.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna get him all tied up.
Kai like adjust accordingly to how you need to tie him up.
Okay.
Anaran will move forward and start to say in Elven, "What are you doing here? You don't belong in this realm. You must be in league with this demon."
No.
What, you just fell into that armor today?
I am on vacation. This is Hawaiian.
I'm on vacation.
This is Hawaii. I don't believe you.
So let's make this simple. A, what's your name? B, why were you watching us?
It hesitates. Thank you for that advantage, Dark Aardvark.
No.
No.
So he's not answering?
He's trying to think of an answer.
Can I kick him?
Yeah, you can kick him.
I don't want to hurt him, but I kind of like want to intimidate him a little bit. Tiny little Kai wants to intimidate him.
Sure, why don't you give me an intimidation check? If you prefer, you can use your strength instead of charisma.
No, my charisma's better. Damn.
Okay.
She's so cute.
I look at him as Anaran says, many of the Summer Court's Rangers have disappeared. If you are a part of any of that, you have much to answer for. Perhaps even with your life, even though that is not our people's way. You would do well to help us and help yourself. I would like to make an intimidation check if possible.
Yes.
It will be a 13.
Okay,
Should have
so
done persuasion.
with the two of you trying to intimidate him, he sort of look. I was sent by the Winter Court to help with the drought and the demon problem.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, of course. You can.
I also would like to do that.
You don't need to.
Nice.
He is lying through his teeth.
I don't believe you, she says as she kind of digs her heel like into his arm, or I guess into his side because he's tied up real funny.
Honey, and Faye bends down. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Now, easy way is way more beneficial for everybody here. The hard way, well, that involves a lot of pain and humiliation for you. And I mean, it's not like we wouldn't kind of enjoy it, but you know, I'd rather just have a simple conversation and figure this out. Please.
Are you trying to persuade him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not persuading him of shit.
Okay. So with all of you trying to persuade him, he sort of like sits up straighter on his knees and says, I am a corporal of the 5th Regiment, serial number 0225.
My eyes widen as I say, "Oh, it's you!" And I go, "Shutishai," as I cast Friends upon him.
Is that a check?
No, it's not. It just happens automatically.
Mhm.
It's a cantrip for the duration. I get advantage on charisma checks with him, but he thinks that we're buddies.
I couldn't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. No, there's no check.
I get that a lot. Yeah, sorry, there isn't. But yeah, so I look at him and I say, "Oh, I was in that regiment as well. Don't you remember me?"
Yeah, back at the academy. Help me out.
I will. I'd love to help you out. I will help you out right away. But you just need to tell me where's base. How do we get back to base?
In the Winter Court?
No. Where, here.
They
Base?
sent him for reinforcements.
He looks confused. He's trying to figure out what you mean by base.
Well,
I-
I meant, where's the man in charge? Or the woman in charge? Where's the person in charge?
I have a camp, Anna. He doesn't know your name. I have a camp friend.
Oh, yes. Where's the camp?
He gestures up into the hills.
Let me let you out then. And maybe you can take us there. The duration of the spell is only a few minutes.
Before he gets let up, Faye's going to check him for weapons and for any possible spell components or anything like that he might have.
Well, his weapons are a rapier at his side and a short crossbow strapped across his back, strapped sort of like along across the hips for easy draw access. It's loaded too.
I don't think I can hold a crossbow.
He's going to disarm him, and like I said, she's going to check him pretty good. He might enjoy it.
Say, friend, why are your allies taking my weapons?
Oh, that would be because we are not your friends or allies, as I hit him in the back of the head with my weapon, trying to knock him out.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're not under duress, so I will give you a flat roll of 10 plus your proficiency and strength to knock him out.
Got it. So that would be my 10 plus my strength and proficiency would be 13.
On a 13, you hit him.
Yeah.
And your damage would be so yeah, that'd be fine. You can hit him in the back of the head, and he will sort of slump forward. Matches your 13. He just about sinks into the strange unconscious.
I want to yank my dagger out of them. Does that push him over?
Oh no, he's basically out on his feet.
Huh.
Don't know if you've ever
That's
seen that, like in
adorable.
boxing or something, when they're standing but there's no one home.
Yeah.
And I will gently guide him to the ground.
Still want to pull my dagger out of him.
I mean, you can. He just can't see it.
Good. I'm doing it.
Okay.
I want my dagger back. They're very important to me.
Oh! Sorry, I thought you meant you were drawing your dagger on him. You mean
No.
you're pulling your dagger
No, I want
out
it
of him?
Yeah.
Got you. I was like, okay.
Yeah, very honest.
Not on the same page, man.
Yeah, sorry.
I look around saying, if there's a camp of the Winter Court nearby here, we must find it.
Well, you said it's that way, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Hey,
Is that the direction of the light that I saw yesterday?
Oh, it's like everything's pointing to one central location. If I could draw a gold exclamation mark in the sky, I would.
There's a quest over there, guys.
okay. Let's be sneaky about this, though. Do we
You want to go now, or do you want to wait until the morning, like we sort of had already
Well,
planned?
what-
or-
what time is it now?
Night's drawn in. It's probably around middle of the night.
I get the feeling we should go now. That we need. They're aware of us because they have scouts out in the area that found us. I really think that we need to go now.
I nod. Very well.
Thank you very much to Wiley Hobbit, who has been a subscriber now for 4 months in a row. Thank you so much, Wiley. Remember, you have a free nat to gift with your subscription.
I know
Hi,
that,
Wiley.
Wiley.
I know Wiley.
I know that, Wiley.
Isn't he just the best guy?
He's
Gives me hobbit hugs all the time.
Okay. So you're not sleeping. You're going to head on. That's what's been put forward?
Yes. How bright is it outside? Like with the night sky? Can I see decently enough that I could travel without a torch?
You're certainly struggling a lot more than everyone else, but it's not like a cloudy sky. You can see stars. There's some lunar illumination.
Is it dim light?
Yeah, I'd say dim light.
Okay. I still think that we should go out.
Godric's
well.
just gonna point to the imprisoned elf, and then with over his other shoulder, the injured elf, and be like, "So what are we doing with them? Probably
has
not
the-
best to leave them together."
He has the boat with him, and then he's tied up, right? We didn't untie him, did we?
Yeah, he's still hogtied.
So, I mean, we can drag him with us if we wanted to, really.
Could put
To
him in
get-
a new boat.
Put him in another boat, set him in the river.
Well, one would think that their camp is in the hills, I guess, but at least nearby enough. I'm open to either going or staying. But if we go, yes, we might not want to take him with us. He'll give our position away.
We can find out his name. Here's a plan. I have an idea. We get to the camp, I can go in, I can just use magic to disguise myself. But if I don't know this guy's name, I'm kind of... They'll probably shoot me in the foot if I try it.
Well, why would you want to go undisguised anyways? What is our end goal here? Isn't it to
Find out what they're doing.
I see. So you wish to go in and find out information.
It will probably backfire and kill me, as it is wont to do, but sure.
Perhaps you should not do it by yourself then.
Can you disguise others?
Anoran, could you fit his armor?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Very
And
well.
then Godric and I can watch from a distance. What kind of
We could be
crossbow?
your prisoners.
Very
That
well.
too. What kind of
I will begin
crossbow?
stripping the Winter Court elf of his armor and weapons, or his weapons are already gone, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll
What kind of
change,
crossbow was it?
change into crossbow and a rapier. I'll change into his armor and weapons.
What kind of crossbow? There's like 3 of them.
A light crossbow, I believe, is what.
Damn it! I think I discussed before that I can't carry those. I keep getting crossbows handed to me, and when I play Kai, and she can't hold them; they're too big for her.
So Anaran, you make me an intelligence save.
Sure.
Oh, it's probably because of the runes.
I got a 12.
Oh no!
Interesting, thank you.
Oh no!
No problem. Oh, it's distasteful to put this. Oh.
Yeah, you can really feel it, sort of like your skin repelling it. It's like
This is
goosebumps all over.
not my favorite plan, my friends. But let us go quickly then, if we must.
All right. We'll do it.
Kai, you may wish to leave a dagger with our ranger friend in case something does go awry.
Keep in mind, my spell only lasts an hour.
What spell?
The disguise self spell.
Oh, you haven't cast it yet, have you?
No.
Oh.
Wait.
We're not close enough. Kylie's one of her normal daggers. I guess. Wait, can we leave the rapier with him?
It might be best if I carried it to complete my disguise.
True. Dang. Okay.
He's
But
a
I can leave my
ranger,
my short sword.
crossbow.
Happy to do that.
You could leave him the crossbow. Yeah, because I just really want to keep my daggers.
Again, I will leave him my short sword then. You can keep your daggers, Kai.
I'm also a dual wielder. I have 2 short swords as well.
Great. I love it. You know what? We must have practiced together much as we traveled. Cool. I leave my short sword with our ranger friend, and taking the other gear, the crossbow and the rapier and the armor. I am now dressed as a Winter Court elf who serves a demon, and I begin trying to follow the tracks back to this camp.
Okay, yeah, you guys can make your way up the river. After a couple of hours' journey, you will arrive at a new scene. Is there anything you'd like to do in the meantime?
Are any more of the trees turning into ice?
No. Where you leave from, it's getting colder and colder, but as you make your way upriver, the trees, you can see where some have burst, but for now, they're not getting...
It's not spreading, it's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, nothing for me. Just sort of, just feeling, I'm trying to be in the front of the group as if I'm leading them. I have my other weapons, my hand axes and my gnomish war pick. But yeah, that's about it. I'm moving stealthily.
Are we pretending to be prisoners?
Not yet.
But are we going to be?
Possible,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? I think that's an interesting plan, but let's see what we see. Maybe who knows what's going on there.
Faye's gonna go ahead and throw up. Since we're closest, she's gonna throw up mage armor, and she is going to do disguise self.
Okay. Perfect. So you arrive at a sort of a fortification made entirely of ice.
Ooh.
Across the river. It's jagged and spiked in places. It doesn't look like it's been crafted so much as rawly formed from magic.
Wow.
Ah,
that is
well, this seems to be the
beautiful.
place.
Thank you, you guys.
Eleanor, could you please roll me a 1d274?
Oh boy.
270 D274. What?
D274 for our very own personal Wild Magic Surge table, which grows every day.
Yes.
How do I even do that on here? A 200.
Thank you very much, Lightfingery, for the donation. /R and then 1d274. I'll put it in Zoom
Yeah.
chat for you.
A Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh, awesome.
That
Just like that.
or without the period.
Oh yeah, wild magic. Here it comes.
I really hope it's something cold related.
It would be great if it was cold
Answer to
related.
everything. 42.
Please be cold related. 42. Wow, that's a very auspicious number.
Target can only shout for the next 2d4 minutes.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's awful.
Please roll us 2d4 to see how long this effect will last.
That's so bad.
That is great.
Do it. Hold on.
Yeah, so this it's jagged and icy. You can see it seems to be sort of slowly growing. 4 minutes.
Does it does it seem to be an entryway?
You can see almost like a cave. Faye as well, you won't know that this has happened.
Nope. No clue.
No clue. So if you try and whisper, you will
So
shout.
awesome.
Like
So awesome. I look back at my party and I say, "Is everyone ready?"
Yeah!
it echoes off the back of the hills.
I immediately, like out of instinct, hides.
So Faye just starts mouthing things because she don't want that to happen again.
I look around to see if anyone heard that, or if there's any movement anywhere, or if we've drawn any attention.
You don't draw any attention, but some of the ice shifts and crumbles.
I will load the crossbow and arm myself with it.
Yeah, no. Kai pulls out her short swords and she's hiding, like in the darkness of the trees.
Nuts.
Yeah, no, nothing happened. The night draws out.
All right.
So, okay.
Continue to move forward towards that cave, I guess.
Using ASL now.
Moving silently. Yeah.
Do your characters understand ASL?
No.
Scrolls and ink and parchment, all that stuff in her bags, and she's gonna grab it out real quick and do it real quick. Pretend I'm mute.
Finally, I
You're
was
mute
waiting for
now?
this day to come.
Writing something made my voice uncontrollably loud. Hold up.
Those demons.
Demons.
They
Demon
knew.
magic.
They knew we were coming, and they're making her shout. They knew our plan. We can't sneak in there now, guys. We can't do.
Diabolical.
And Scrat will let me know when the spell effect is up, so I know not to scream if she says.
I don't know, Kai. We're in the Feywild. Many odd things happen here.
Well, she can't go pretend to be one of them if she's shouting.
I point to the first sentence on the paper. Pretend I'm mute.
Yeah, we'll pretend that she doesn't speak.
What kind of military person is mute?
One who's had their tongue cut out? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
She writes a sneaky one, silent like a ninja.
She just kind of like puts her hands on her face. She's like, "We're all gonna die."
Hey, once again, probably.
She's mute, and so she's kind of like whispering to herself. She's mute. She's mute. She's trying to like get herself to believe it because she thinks that she's a terrible liar. She's a really good liar if she believes it enough. So she's just like, she's mute. She's mute. Trying to tell herself the story over and over again.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I lead the party towards the cave.
So, everyone except for Anaran, the cold is unbearable. It's ridiculously cold here. It's we're talking sort of that. Normally, it's so cold that the air is turning. It's not moist cold. It's dry cold. It's way below freezing here. Can we please make some Constitution checks in your summer gear with no coats or blankets?
Checks or saves?
Saves. Anaran, you do not need to roll anything.
Woot!
Okay, well,
you feel tepid.
Always.
Okay, well, it's the same for my constitution, so.
Okay. So Kai and Kai and Godric, you are feeling the effects of the cold.
It's really cold now.
I think we'll make convincing prisoners because they look fine and we don't. Maybe we should, like, fake tie ourselves up or something. Be a good time.
I provide you with some rope. Here, I'll do that for you, or provide us with some rope. I can fake tie you up. I really love how you're getting into this. You're shivering so well. I've never seen you act this well before, Godric.
I'm just really tired, all the casting and didn't sleep, and it helps.
Kai and Godric, please, can you both take 5 points of cold damage?
Ooh.
Faye, can you take 2 points, please?
For whatever reason, I had 14 health. I guess I didn't heal up from last game.
You can put your
Yeah.
health.
I was like, why do I have 14 health? What happened to me?
I did see that earlier. I checked your character sheet for something. I can't remember what.
I look concerned, as my friends obviously seem to be suffering from frostbite, or at least the early stages of it, as their extremities are starting to turn a sort of blanch, as it were, and they're obviously shivering. I'm very surprised by this. As I say, maybe either we all go in together quickly, or you stay and I'll go and check it out.
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
Then let's make haste as we get into this cave. And not be here for as long.
I don't know how fast I can walk. It's really cold. She's like shuffling. Like her tiny little feet are just like she's trying to walk as fast as she can, but she's.
All right,
So,
Kai.
I'm going to apply a little mechanic here. I'm coming up with this on the fly. I'm going to put a timer on the stream. Every 5 minutes, I'm going to roll a d6 of cold damage.
Oh no!
Nice.
For as long as you're in the cold. So.
Let us make haste.
One way to speed it up.
Yeah. How close are we to the camp?
You're like, oh, the camp. It's a couple of hours away.
Oh dang! Wait a minute. I thought we just walked up to it.
No. Yeah. So,
I thought we were much closer.
Can I 86 that disguise self spell? Crap.
So you had a couple of hours to get there, in which I was saying, do you guys have anything you want to do on the way? Now you're pretty much there at the cavern.
Yeah, we're at the cavern, so we'll go in and quickly get through it, right?
Oh, okay. So we don't need to be tied up yet, then, do we?
Who knows what's in here?
Okay. So I just think we need to go. We need to go fast.
I nod. Come, let us make haste, and I start rushing forward.
Kai follows after, as if you're like, I guess, dragging her essentially.
Yeah.
I keep clicking things I don't mean to. I'm sorry.
God, stop it.
Prestidigitation can be used to warm things.
Yep. Yeah, I'll give you advantage. If you're using prestidigitation to warm things, I will give you.
I just checked prestidigitation. It's on unliving.
Non-living material. Yes.
What can you put on non-living material?
So
like your clothes.
No, I just looked it up.
I was like, can you like warm up our ropes or our clothes?
Yeah.
Can it warm us that way, or is it like the illusion of warmth? Is it actual warmth or illusion of
Tell you
warmth?
what, does anybody have gloves or gauntlets or anything on? I know Faye has little guards.
I have gloves on.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a warmth with prestidigitation on your gloves.
Warming those gloves up, hand warmers.
Kai has a jacket that she's wearing, like it's kind of like a 3/4 sleeve kind of jacket thing, but she doesn't wear gloves.
I can try to cast it partially on your jacket. Like I said, it just does 1 cubic foot though, so it's kind of rough.
She's a small person. She
I
is.
am a
one.
small person. It's not.
Small prestidigitation.
Mm.
So if you warm an item of clothing, you will get advantage on your Constitution saves at the end of each 5 minutes. You have 2 minutes until the first one is up, by the way.
We need
Oh
to
yeah.
hurry.
Okay. So
All right, so and I'm also gonna throw it down on my boots.
Okay.
so once we enter the cavern, what is in there?
It's a long ice tunnel.
So not warmer.
I start dashing, trying to encourage my friends. Run quickly!
Mm-hmm.
Kai kind of sees the ice, gets a little like nervous. She's like, I just gotta get through it, and she dashes as well, trying her best to not fall over.
Okay.
Right.
So
Run as fast as my stubby little legs will take me.
all of you using the dash action then to keep up? Okay.
Yep.
Anaran is at the back of the group. He isn't leaving anyone behind. He's making sure that everyone stays in front of him.
Have them on a rope.
I imagined we were on a rope.
So as you run along this tunnel, you can see a light shining ahead. You've run, it's not a straight tunnel. It sort of follows the bed of the river along the ground, but it's incredibly icy. Perhaps we could have some sort of dexterity save, actually, as we all run across the ice.
Dex save. Uh, 23.
Nice.
So everyone except for Faye.
Hey, no, that's not gonna help me. My advantage isn't gonna help me much on that either, is it?
No. You keep rolling double bad dice. Right?
I'll just take it.
Yeah, you just fall a couple of times. You can't dash.
I'm holding them by a rope, so it's throwing me off and stuff.
But if you're all trying to stay together, that will slow all of you down.
Well, she's leading too, aren't you?
Well, no, y'all started dashing first.
Ah.
Yeah,
So that the prisoners are in the lead. The prisoners are trying to escape.
So Faye's like, what the? You know, and she's stumbling and trying to catch her grip and get her feet moving.
So you move the regular 25 feet. The first 5.
Question: is the shout still in effect?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Because she says
It's okay, so no, it's been 6 minutes for us to take damage. It's been 4 minutes for her to not shout anymore.
Faye wouldn't know about the spell being cast on her. She wouldn't know how long it would last.
True, but I'm just saying.
Because when they run off with the dash and she stumbles, she lets out a what the, you know.
So when you do that, you will fall. Your what the fuck will come out at your regular shouting as you fall over volume. And you will all take, well, actually no, con save time.
Oof.
Advantage for those with warm things. I think that's all of you.
Woo!
Boom. So Godric takes no damage. The rest of you take 2 points of cold damage.
That's better than 5.
Wow, that's amazing. Do I need to roll as well, Scrat?
Nope.
For this one? Okay.
Nope. Also, did you roll a dex save? Because you didn't need to.
Oh, I did, but I think I did all right.
So you guys carry on again, moving at Faye's pace along the tunnel. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I help Faye up as I say, keep going, don't stop.
Gotcha. Boom,
Still
go.
running. Still going.
Would you like to make another check to see if you can dash?
Yeah, let's do. What am I doing? Another dex check or dex save?
Dex save, just you. Yeah, you can figure it out this time. All of you can now make your way down the tunnel. You will erupt into a small, like igloo-ous room. Ice forms a ceiling and walls around. It's not smooth, as if there's heat on the inside at all. It's jagged. There's some stalagmites forming, but it looks as though it was once smooth. The spring in the center of the room, which would normally feed the lunar river is shooting up and adding to a large stalactite hanging one from the ceiling.
Tight.
Tight, thank you.
That's something you don't see every day.
Oh, this would be beautiful in any other context.
Do we see anybody in here?
You want me to firebolt it?
Careful.
There's no one in here, but on a passive look around, you will see a small bedroll and a ration pack in a corner.
It
Why
looks
don't
like somebody was
torch
staying
camp when
here.
there's no one else camping around here.
I think at this point I'd love to light a torch from my explorer's pack.
Okay.
And I'll just sort of throw it into the middle of the room or towards the middle of the room. I'm not trying to burn anything or melt anything, more just for light.
Okay, so as your light fills the room, flickering off the walls, reflecting off as well, putting shards of light in all sorts of weird places, like it's hitting a disco ball or other such glass artifact. The room is very bright, very suddenly. There is a point of darkness coming from the root of the spring.
Maybe we should try to melt it.
I nod at that as I sort of call out, "Is anyone here? Show yourself!" I scan the room with the crossbow, seeing if anyone's hiding.
Yeah.
Faye's gonna go investigate that darkness.
Okay, so scanning the room, it's not a huge room, so you can do quite an easy check. That you can see just one bedroll, one ration pack, nothing else really there. Perhaps a book or something similar. The rest of the room is fairly plain. Checking the black spot, Faye, how would you like to do so?
Investigation's fine.
Investigation?
No, not too
Nice.
Okay, on a 20, how do you investigate? Do you reach out and touch it? Do you try and smell it, or?
I'm not going to touch it at first. I'm going to use my eyes first and smell.
So your eyes, you can just sort of see that it's sort of sucking darkness from the water.
And I guess I should throw out an Arcana check to go with that. See if I can recognize if there's any kind of magically goodness. And I'm going to use my advantage. Finally.
Using your advantage, you will recognize this as a mote of cold.
Hmm.
And does Faye happen to know how to get rid of that thing?
Extreme heat damage.
Hey guys, I know what this is, and I know how to fix it.
How?
Well, it's a mote of cold. You can kill it, or not really kill it. Y'all know what I'm saying. With extreme heat, and that means
That's right up your alley. Well, get to it.
Alrighty, so let's start so we can save spell slots, and I'm pretty sure you can't cast Fireball as a ritual. So we'll start with Firebolt. That ain't doing crap, so she's gonna do it several times, because it's probably gonna take more than one to break it, I assume.
I mean, it's right there in front of you. You could just roll damage on these. I don't see you failing a check like this.
Yeah, but it's Faye. So just roll damage, so D10. Alrighty.
The moat flickers for a second. A large chunk of ice from the ceiling falls, making a loud crash.
My eyebrow goes up in concern.
So maybe, and granted, you should never split the party. I've learned that the hard way more than once, but just in case. Oh, shut up! Sorry, wife. making fun of me as usual. She's gonna tell everyone, y'all go wait outside because this is probably all gonna collapse a bit. I'm gonna try to get it out, and then I'm gonna try to run out at the last second if I can.
If we go out, it'll be really cold again.
Not for long.
Ooh.
Oh, talking of being really cold, that second timer has gone down. I need to put an alarm on these things. It's time for another constitution check.
We get advantage because we're of the warm things, don't we?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
anyway, never mind.
Doesn't help you.
I'm throwing fire spells. I mean,
Why isn't he getting cold? Is it because of the armor?
Every so often you see the runes pulse blue.
I look at both of my other friends as I say, probably mundane fire would work as well if we put our torches into it, or if you have fire spells. As I sort of look over at Godric.
a fire
It's
spell.
like, don't look at me.
Do you want to like try to throw a couple of torches in there and back off and see if it is enough?
Uh-huh. Okay, so Faye, you'll also take the 4 cold damage, and Kai and Godric, you'll take 2.
Jeebus.
I'm
I've literally lost almost half my health points from cold.
Oh, have you?
getting there. Kai takes one of her torches out and she lights it.
Faye's gonna take one of her torches out and use firebolt to light it. Because this is how she is. She's extra.
Okay.
Okay, so on the count of 3, we all toss our torches at the moat and we run. All right?
Is it going to be enough?
We don't know. That's why we're going to run. See if it's enough, and it's not enough. I'll fireball the bejeebus out of it. So let's try this first, okay? On the count of 3, is everybody good with that? Or do we want to step outside and have me try to fireball it first?
Should she fireball it again?
No, I'm not saying firebolt, fireball.
Should she fireball it first?
We could attach a rope to your hand and pull you across the ice after you do
Wait.
your fire to like help
Both
you
ways, I need my hands for
run away.
That
I mean, like
sounds
around your wrist and just
Tie it
don't,
around
like,
the waist.
fall and get crushed.
All right.
I like this idea.
Greg like this idea.
When you hear me make a really happy noise, a really loud happy noise, that's when you know to pull me back.
All right.
All right. Let me yell at me when y'all are out and safe. And she's kind of rubbing her hands together.
Not thinking, Kai throws her torch onto the moat and starts leaving.
As soon as you put your torch on the moat, the torch just goes out.
Interesting.
Oh, wait. Time out. I can only
Pause the timer.
Faye's a level. I'm used to Faye having fireball, and she doesn't have fireball right now because she's a couple of levels lower than usual.
Oh no.
Level 3.
Well,
Oh no.
that's what I get for playing a character I play on the reg. But I can still do firebolt, so we still have.
How many
a
more
fire
times
spell.
can you do firebolts?
It's
I
a
will
cantrip.
stride.
can
I will
do
stride
it
up to the moat and try and
anytime.
strike it with my hand axe. Let's see if I can damage it.
So it's more. It's not a physical moat. It is like a
Got it.
it's Fey bullshit.
Got it. I love it.
No,
Understood.
But isn't there
As
a
my,
darkness
as my axe
there?
passes through it, I'm like, only magical fire, I guess, can destroy it.
Let's do it. Okay. Are y'all backing up?
All right, so I'm gonna
Yes.
come up and attach the rope to Faye, but I'm also gonna cast Cure Wounds just in case.
Oh, thank you. That's a good idea.
Get you a little bit of that back, and then I'm going to just kind of gently pat you and be like, "You're nice. I hope you don't die," and then tie the rope off, and then just start running down the tunnel with the rope.
Okay, so you can all run back down the tunnel. It's maybe about 100 to 120 feet. It dips down at first, this tunnel. As you run away, you can feel the incline going down instead of up. It makes it slightly harder to run back. And then it lips back up onto the bank at the bottom.
Alrighty.
I look at my friends and I say, Feanor obviously isn't with us anymore. I say, Feanor, he's really taking to the Feywild. I think this trip has all been worth it.
Aww. All right. Let's do this. And I'm going to throw out Firebolt again for 5 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it coming out?
More shaking. Stalactite falls.
I've still got my mage armor up, so that's good. Yay. And let's do it one more time.
Is anything changing in the tunnel?
Not yet.
And
As you are casting more and more fire at the moat, it's starting to. It's starting to go and glow and pulse, and the stalactites in the ceiling are not only crumbling inwards, they are also melting, and water begins to trickle down the tunnel.
oh, this is gonna be fun. And she's just throwing them and just grinning and just happy as she can be.
Mm-hmm. The water coming through the spring is no longer freezing, it's just running down the tunnel.
Was that her happy noise, or should I tug yet?
Sounds vaguely happy. I look at my friends, the two who are with me, as I say, I've been thinking about something. There's no more river here.
Is this the river?
That is to say, there is no river here now, but there will be again soon.
So
Kai
we should leave the cavern.
and Godric, have you left the ice place? Have you left the cold area?
We went out through the tunnel.
To the length of the rope, as far as it would let me.
Ooh, how much rope do you have on you?
It's 50 feet, isn't it?
Usually.
We didn't use your ropes, so you should have all of your rope.
We have my rope and at least...
You can tie them
Dog's
together
rope.
to get it through the tunnel if you like.
I have my rope still.
Great.
So
The
that's
tunnel-
150 feet.
The tunnel's about 120 feet, so 150 feet. You can be 30 feet away. You won't be affected by the cold. Faye, though, you are. Please roll me a Constitution check.
Okay. Saver check.
Save, sorry.
Nice.
On
Better.
18, you take 3
There's not
damage.
too many fire spells to be called.
Your skin starts to feel a little tingly.
It's good that we healed you a little.
Like a prickling feeling as you're casting firebolts.
How much damage?
At
3.
3.
3. Okay. That
Uh,
might, but this is how Faye would want to go out if she does die. Just
water is
fire.
now running steadily down as finally the moat is destroyed and water just gushes out now and straight down the tunnel.
And I'm going to tug as soon as I hear that long wee.
Exactly.
Are
I
there
will as
any
well.
leaves that I could grab for boats?
There are, but there's also another figure heading towards you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This figure is tall. Almost. I wonder if that'll work.
Almost what?
Almost frozen in place.
But he's coming towards us.
Yeah, it's like its arms and legs are made of ice
I don't like to see this.
as it's
we don't have to deal with an ice dragon.
like
I'm just focused on
stretching
pulling.
and... Faye, as you are pulled, you are drawn down the ice tavern towards the pool of water which has formed in the tunnel. Water now runs out the other end of the tunnel also, running down into the valley below, flooding the valley.
Is it
So-
flowing into the
I
riverbed?
don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna cast. No, I probably can't do that. That would be fun as hell, but I doubt it would work. Nah. I was wondering if I could use Mage Hand as a ski. I don't think it's too heavy.
Kai wants to climb a tree to avoid
as that
water.
creature is heading up towards you, it is stretching up above the trees. It's
Oh no.
huge.
Yeah,
no.
Anaran, I guess, will fire his crossbow at this point at this huge ice creature.
Excellent. There we go. Let's start some initiative, shall we?
That's what he wanted. He wanted fighting. Where's my initiative? There it is. Roll, please. Ooh, that's not great.
Now, I had a pen. It was pen-shaped. I was writing
It
with
was
it and everything.
pen-shaped?
Mm.
Who knew that pens that were pen-shaped existed?
Yeah, it was definitely pen-shaped. I had it right in my hand.
No, I only have an at 20 thing.
Well, I think I can find a pencil. We'll carry on. So, the Ice Devil goes first.
Oh no.
It strides towards the three of you. The music just stopped for everyone else?
Nope.
No, it's still creepy.
But I'm the one who stole your pen, so sorry about that, Scrat.
Oh, fair enough.
Did you steal my pen too? Because I don't know
Yes,
what mine
yes,
said
I
either.
did. Yes, I did.
I'll just restart that music because it stopped for me. That's
Oh,
a
weird.
shame.
Stop now.
Ah, I think it's.
Uh,
There it goes. It's
does-
going
there it
again for
goes.
me.
No, it stopped for me.
oh, no,
Does it every now and
weird.
again. Fair enough. Oh well. So it rushes forward. It makes. Who's standing closest?
Probably
am.
not me.
Anaran.
Definitely not you. Yeah.
I was
Perfect.
raising my crossbow to fire at it, but it obviously is rushing on me too quickly.
Does a 12 hit you?
No, it does not.
Does an 11 hit you?
No, it does not.
And finally, as it turns, does a 15 hit you?
It does not. My armor class is 16.
Your armor class is 16.
Jeez.
So, next after moi is
Anaran.
Anaran.
Awesome. It's on me now. It's icy claws trying to strike into me. My crossbow is ineffective as I throw it to the ground. I quickly lash out with the rapier that I have in my possession instead, hitting an armor class of 18 and doing 4 points of damage as I then pull out my hand axe as if I'm going to be dual wielding soon.
The 18 does not hit.
Whoa!
An
You're so-
18 does not hit. Oh boy.
All right. Okay. I think at this point, then it's probably wise for me to take an action surge and just go ahead and make my attacks again
Okay.
as I keep going at it. Again, trying to hit it with the rapier, missing with but a 12. Rolling an 18 for my hand axe, though, that will be a 23 to hit, and I will do 2 points of damage.
Excellent.
As I chip off its chest as I sort of bounce off
Mhm.
with the
A
axe.
small amount of ice chips away. Next,
It's me.
Kai.
Yeah. Okay, so Kai kind of started to climb the tree, and then realizing how tall this thing was, she kind of hops down and runs at it to kind of attack, I guess, at its ankle.
Okay, yep.
So she kind of wants to get beside it, I guess, at that angle, since it's focused on Anaram.
Remember,
So,
you do have a nat 20 as well.
Very true. Okay, then we'll do a nat 20.
The demons found us! I'm yelling.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay, that worked out really well. I was just rolling. I was like, I don't. That's funny.
So that is what, 17 points of damage? Is that just double tapped there, or?
It rolls for like sneak attack and for piercing. Is what all those numbers are.
Lovely. Oh, I see. So you just got the same roll for both. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Excellent. You see, you chip off a large section of ice that melts away into the ground. Water is now rushing out of this pipe. It's like fountaining up the bank and running off into the trees.
Okay, well that was
As-
both of my attacks then, okay.
Faye, it is your turn as you are pulled towards this pool of water and splash, hit it. It is icy cold. Please make me a con save.
Woo! Okay, okay,
Take 1 point of cold damage.
okay. Adjust that. Okay. It's getting pretty cold.
Yeah.
If you're below half health now,
Not quite, but I'm right on that edge.
okay, you're probably starting to feel a bit numb.
Okay,
Let me know once you get below half health.
okay. Crap. Alright, is my turn? Or
Yeah.
can I see this guy?
Not yet, you're in the water. You need to swim through.
Okay, first thing, I'm going to try to swim as much as I can, but I'm also going to grab my bracers again and recast the Prestidigitation warp spell on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, just in case.
Yeah, of course.
Can't really do much else this action, and I'm gonna try to get out. And thankfully, Faye does know how to swim. Woohoo!
She does? Awesome.
She grew up in a city with a lake. She spent a lot of time swimming. Not that I have any. Nah, I don't have anything spell-wise or otherwise that'll help really. So, and then she's gonna yell, "Keep pulling, please!"
That was sort of on the other side.
You like pop her head up, "Keep!"
Oh, the tunnel goes down below the water level, so you're completely submerged. There's no opportunity for you to get air. You're gonna have to go through in one hit.
Oh god. Wait. Oh crap. I know I already used my. Okay. So keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything else with this turn. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can swim under beneath, and as you get about halfway through, there is one of the large stalactites that you broke down has wedged in the tunnel. You're gonna have to try and navigate around it.
I already used my action casting Prestidigitation, so I can't.
But we will get back to that shortly. Thank you very much to Mason, who gives you an advantage.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mason. Thank you for not letting her die yet again. Mason actually has played 2 or 3 campaigns with Fanbot,
Oh.
including the infamous TPK.
Godric.
Wow.
Well, Godric heard pull, so he is going to take both hands and he's just going to sprint away from the tunnel, just using all of his might to just pull because we need fire. Fire is coming.
Okay, so give me an
We need
athletics
fire.
check.
I'm going to use my nat 20 for that because I am not very strong.
Nice.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Faye, I need you to make a dexterity check.
Ooh.
I would like your save
Check or save?
To be 20 or higher.
Oh,
Ooh.
On an
so
18,
close.
You are suddenly pulled through this stalactite and your ankle gets caught.
oh no.
Oh.
Godric, you suddenly catch as the rope's gone tight.
Guess I'm taking a couple points of damage for that.
Would you shout out in pain? Why don't you give us a constitution check to see how you get on?
Save or check?
Save, yeah. When I say check, I pretty much always mean go for save.
Ooh.
Oh! Air leaves your lungs.
Sucks.
Can I have a quickie reaction action something to it?
What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make an air bubble in front and take a quick.
Yeah, can Prestidigitation do that? It's the most powerful spell in the book.
It can make a gust of wind and bubbles and shit like that. I figured
That's a really strong spell then.
it has a lot of benefits if you really play with it. Like, my wife makes fun of me because I always have Prestidigitation, but if you play with it, you can make things happen.
Yeah.
Like, if you really read the detail, you can come up with all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so you can grab another bubble of air there, but it does not stop you from being stuck. You take 2 damage as your ankle catches, making an awful click sound, which has that horrible, like, watery, like...
I'm officially under half health.
Ah, perfect. Your limbs become numb. Please take 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh. Exhaustion's bad.
Dead, y'all.
Oh, 1 level's not bad. That's just ability checks. We're not going to need ability checks in the near future.
So
I've
all my
never
ability
played with
checks are at a
exhaustion before.
disadvantage now, correct?
Sorry?
That makes all my ability checks at disadvantage, correct?
Yep, first level ability checks disadvantage.
Okay, I've never played with exhaustion before, so this is interesting.
So back up on the bank, Godric, round, start. Yep, lovely. The elf turns towards you, Anaran. It couldn't hit you. That's very annoying to it.
Thank God, it's still focused on you, man.
What I'm here for.
So it's going to use its advantage to cancel out the disadvantage that it has inherently.
Ooh.
Does a 17 hit you?
17 does hit me.
Oh,
Oh.
that cold damage should not be there. Give me a second.
Oh.
At least not that much. I'll re-roll that.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
Take 15
Still
damage.
terrible. I am bloodied in 1 strike as it claws through me. And I'm like, "Blah!" As it just rakes down my side.
That sucks, man.
Does a 13 hit you?
13 does not strike me. As I am duck it.
Ooh.
Oh.
The 24 though.
24 definitely hits me.
Just make sure that ridiculous cold damage is reduced.
Oh my god, y'all.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, I fall.
Oh boy.
Anaran is down.
How hurt does this creature look?
Oh no, 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 no.
It does not look massively hurt. You've
Even with
probably
as much damage as I did to it.
you've probably chipped away about like an 1/8 for a 1/10 of its ice.
Oh
Anaran,
Oh,
it's your
man.
turn. Could you please make me a death saving throw?
I would love to do that. I get a 19 on the die.
That is a success.
man.
Kai.
Okay. Boy. I guess I'm just gonna like move on to another part of ice that I can chip away at, and I'm gonna take a stab at it and miss.
Yep, no, unfortunately that does not hit.
24 though.
A 24 does.
I don't think I would swing at the sneak attack, would I?
Do you know what? He's still standing over Anaran. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
All right.
So there we go. 14. Out of math in my head.
Yeah, it stabs again and more chips off. And we flick back into the tunnel through the water to the stalactite where Faye struggles with her ankle.
She's gonna try, because it's easy and it's a cantrip. She's gonna try to firebolt the stalactite. She's just gonna hold her hand up to it and cast firebolt and try to get it to break apart.
Yep. It does.
Okay, and then she's gonna keep on swimming.
Okay.
She's gonna do it more arm-based because her ankle hurts pretty bad, but right now she really doesn't care, and thank God she's numb from all the cold, so it doesn't hurt her that bad.
Could you please make me an athletics check?
Oh God, I have nothing in that. I already used my advantage, huh?
I think you got gifted another one.
I think you have another
Yes,
one.
it's Mason.
So it's just a regular roll since you're at
Okay, no,
disadvantage.
I'm good. I think I'm good.
Yeah, on a regular roll, you can swim your regular. You have swim speed, right? So you can swim your regular 30 feet.
Okay. She is swimming. She's pretending she's qualifying for the Olympics. She is trying to swim as fast as she can, following the rope as much as she can.
Could you
Awesome.
please make another con save for me? And could you also let me know when you're under
Okay, I
when you're
might.
under a third of your health? Let me know. You take 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
Will if I use my advantage on that? Will it, wait? No, that's not gonna help me. Never mind. How much?
6 points of damage.
She's almost dead.
How much health have you got?
My total hit point max is 18.
Oh,
She's a
lovely.
wonder. She's squishy.
Jeez.
So your skin visibly starts to turn red and flaky under the water. It starts to almost peel away as though the water is it's trying to wrinkle, but instead of wrinkling, it's just starting to peel away, and your hands are swelling.
Just trying to get there. Trying to get there. Is there any way can I do a dash with a swim?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You dash. You break the surface of the water.
Oh, thank God. And what? So I'm assuming she sees the scene before her.
Yes. You've also used up all of your movement speed, so you will not be able to climb out this round.
Can she cast a spell from the water?
Do you have any actions left? Firebolt
Did I-
you can use as a cantrip, can't you? And you used your dash action, so I think you might be out of actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't entirely sure. It was worth a shot.
Godric. The rope suddenly goes limp, and Faye appears a moment later. She looks bad.
Godric is going to pull on the rope this time, like, oh no, I need to heal, and just try to like reel her in.
Are you trying to pull her out of the water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just give me a
Even
quick...
if she's like sliding on her belly, just come to me.
Yeah, I think we can allow that. We'll use up your movement speed to do it, though, rather than making you use an action or roll for it.
Okay.
So you can pull her out of the water. She's clear.
All right, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will do. Oh man, everyone needs heals. All right, we need fire. We need fire. So I'm gonna do cure wounds at 2nd level,
Nice.
cause we need it. And let's see how much you heal for. Oh, not too good.
6. You regain 6 points of healing.
It's
I mean, you
better
take
than
that damage that you just took back.
I'll take it. I'll take it. My skin's probably looking a lot better. Like I went to the spa.
Funny thing about Frostbite, even when it's healed, it still looks bad.
Ooh.
Well, I'll just have to go to the spa later.
And then Godric's gonna turn around and just gonna be like, "Hey, big dumb ice thing! Look at me! Look at me!
You're trying to gain aggro?
Yeah, yeah. Look at me! Not the dying people or the small one. Look at me!"
Ignore the child.
Yeah, you know what? It takes the bait. It runs forward.
Oh, good.
Is that it? Is that all it does? Is run towards her?
There's a 19
Nope.
beat your armor class.
Oh, just barely.
That's a 17.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Ooh.
It hurts so hard. How you looking?
I'm good. I'm like 3rd health.
Ooh.
How about an 18?
18 is my AC.
Is it 18 or 15? Is it a disadvantage?
It's not a disadvantage.
Ooh.
Godric is not wearing any
Oh,
special
wearing the
armor.
armor. Oh no.
So the 18 on a match, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to be a nice DM.
Oh,
apparently,
yeah.
apparently, I'm being extra evil today, so I'm going to give you the little things.
You're
How
still
about
not-
27
Oh,
though?
yeah. That has-
Oh.
You're still not as evil as my wife.
13. 13 hit points of damage.
And I am out. Look at me! Look at me! Oh, I just
Okay,
flop over.
boy.
Before you go, Kai, Anaran, can I have another death saving throw, please?
Yes.
I had a question, really, but
It will be your turn next, so.
yeah.
16.
Yeah, 2 successes.
The runes that's on the armor, is it on the armor, or is it like a leather patch that was put on the armor? Like what is it?
It's part of the armor.
Okay. Crap. Kai is really debating leaving you guys. She didn't come to this place to die. Okay, so she's gonna run up to it while it's focused on Godric's dead body now, or passed out body, and take some more swings at it. God dang it!
No, an 11
Looks
just
like we
doesn't
got
do
a
it.
new friend.
And a 9 doesn't either.
No, I'm afraid a 9 does not.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, never mind. I can't do that.
Roll for compassion.
Well, I have an archetype thing, and it's if the enemy moves to me and ends its turn,
Mhm.
but it didn't, so I can't do that. Well, heck. I guess I'm stuck here.
So as you take a step back after your attack, could you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Ooh.
No. Why
Nice.
can't I roll it that when I'm attacking?
As your foot catches on this bottle on the ground, it rolls slightly. There is a bottle of red liquid on the ground at your feet.
Can I grab it?
Sure.
Can I do I have to roll for it? Can I just have it?
You can just pick it up.
Okay, what's in it?
Red liquid.
Can I break it on the thing?
You can open it or break it, however you like.
I don't know what it is. Can I examine it? Is there time for me to what is this?
You can do that on your next turn if you want to examine it.
Okay.
So, next up, Faye.
Okay, Faye's going to rise out of the water like an avenging goddess.
And as you do so, you can feel the cold setting in. You now have a 2nd level of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Alright, so you know what? Let's get a little mean. Before I get too exhausted, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Oof.
Huh.
And you know what? I have that advantage. Did I use that advantage yet?
Yeah, we used it earlier to negate a disadvantage.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da.
A 12. I guess that
Nope.
doesn't succeed.
Nope.
Please roll full damage.
Did it not auto damage? Ah, poop. So,
So you can just click shatter, can't you? To roll
Yeah,
damage?
yeah, you can
I
just.
did click Shatter. I don't know why it didn't do the
Weird.
11 damage.
So as you do that,
11.
you see loads of the small little bits of ice just falling from the body of this creature. It's reveals enough of the ice that you can start to see through it.
Nice.
In the center is a semi-naked winter elf ranger.
I knew we should have.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him this time.
Anything else you would like to do, Faye?
I don't think there's much else I can do. Yeah, not really. So.
Oh, there's a single part of your armor that Kai could fit into.
She's feeling rough, but she's gonna keep trying to make it happen. She's gonna walk a little, not too close. How far away am I from the naked elf and the frosty thing?
It's close enough. Godric was right next to you, and it walked over to kill him.
Okay, so I don't really need to move closer.
No, you're plenty close.
Okay, nah, I'll be good. I'm cool. All right.
Can you not
Yeah.
cast cantrips as a bonus action?
No, I don't think they're a bonus action, are they?
No, not normally.
Some of them are. It depends on the cantrip. I don't think
Yeah.
any of mine are.
I'm not even sure which class you are, so I wasn't sure if maybe you had it as a
I'm
feat.
a wizard. I'm a wizard.
See, I thought they would have had
Wizard.
cantrips as a bonus action or something.
No,
They
most
must
of
have been too OP. Must have been nerfed.
You can cast a bonus action spell and then cast a cantrip, so you can cast 2 spells on a turn.
That'll be it. So after Faye, it will be Godric. Godric, please make me. Oh, First failure.
Oh boy.
The beast turns to Kai.
Damn it. You almost said Faye.
And then as the shatter spell happens, it looks back at Faye.
Oh dear. She just.
I am much smaller. I'm not worth your time.
It rakes its claws through the ground at Kai.
Damn it.
Does an 11 hit you?
No. And that's a nat 1 too.
Ooh.
Jeez. No, but no. I bet that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Does a 26 hit you?
Can I lie? Yeah, that hits.
9 points of damage.
Okay. That is half of my health though.
Ooh.
Okay. You're fine though, you're not under the effects of the cold anymore, despite this
Okay.
creature being made of ice. The tail lashes at Faye.
Oh!
Oh man.
There's no way.
Oh man. You're so dead.
20 points of damage.
Faye is down.
Damn.
Okay. I love you guys, and I'm sorry, but I can't lose another rogue. I can't do it.
Anaran.
Something ice.
I'm used to this.
I roll a nat 1 on my death
Oh,
save.
two failures
two
and two
failures.
successes.
We
Oh!
got this, guys. We got this.
You know
This
that's a
will
healing
be-
potion in your hand, Kai. Come on now.
This will be the third time that I've lost a rogue to an ice creature. I can't.
Oh.
I really
You
can't.
know that's
Kai.
a healing potion in your hand now, Kai. Now
Kai,
do the right thing.
You have in your hands a bottle, wine bottle size, of some red liquid. It's your turn.
No, that's a healing person. Oh man. Screw it. She's gonna open it and I wanna drink it.
Okay, as you drink a little bit of it, like just a mouthful, or do you start chugging?
A little bit. I wanna see what it does. I don't wanna use it on my dying friends if it's not something that'll help them.
You feel 1 point healthier.
You gain 1 hit point.
Yay, look at me, 12 hit points. Okay, so
I'll give you that as a free action. You already had it in your hand. You'd already opened it to sniff it.
okay. So I guess I'm gonna hold it in one hand and I'm gonna slash with my sword because I don't think I can make it to somebody to give it to them, can I?
You probably could.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to leave its range. It wouldn't get an opportunity attack. You could do it cautiously without,
Okay.
you know.
then because Godric is the closest to me, so I want to give it to him to
Okay.
like kind of pour down his throat because he's a healer, so he can help other people.
Godric, as this fluid touches your throat, please take 2 successes.
Ooh.
Yay.
Kai, you still have a bonus action, or actually a full action. We'll count that as a bonus action.
Okay, so I can attack. 19 hit.
That hits.
Yay!
Nice.
If you want to give me the sneak attack damage or not, I don't know.
Yeah, you can still take it. You need everything you can get.
I'm so tiny. I'm like an ant to this guy.
Do you not have an
Take that
offhand as
19
well?
I do. But that's
Oh,
bonus action for
Yeah.
me because I'm not a swashbuckler.
So as you do this, more ice chips away. You can see a part of the Winter Court elf now. But it's Faye's turn for Faye's first death save.
I was like,
Woo! Everybody cross your fingers.
I can't talk to him, can I?
You could try.
No.
If I wanted to make a roll for it, no.
Not this round. Faye, you have 1 failure. Godric, you are sitting on 2 successes and 1 failure. Or is it?
Just keep up with them to play this
Or is it
game.
3 successes?
2 successes, 1 failure.
Yes.
And my
Woo!
3rd success.
You come round. You come out of your stupor.
Yay!
Get up. We need you to.
Tastes like
Everyone's
cherry.
dying.
It's just reminded me. Faye, can you roll me another death save?
Yay!
Thank you, Jesus.
Let me just check.
What's happening?
What's it called?
Is that crit? That gives me 2 successes, right?
Maybe not. Hang on. Not. What's the condition I was giving you?
Hypothermia?
No.
Paralyzed, numb.
No. The tired one.
Exhaustion?
That's the word. Couldn't remember the word.
Tired one.
Exhaustion levels are your disadvantage to ability checks. Then
She's on level 2
Speed
right now.
is halved.
Yes,
Speed is halved. I couldn't remember if it was speed was halved or disadvantage on saving throws. So.
Yeah, disadvantage on attacks and saving throws. I think is 3rd or level.
So we'll hold that one, Nix. On your next turn, you can start your turn with 2 successes.
Woo! Oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm so close to getting up.
Godric, getting up will take half your speed.
Ooh, I get a turn. Awesome. All right, so... Oh god, I think I only have 1 spell slot left. It's not gonna be good.
Godric really not Godric. Anoran really looks like he's like, you know, hanging in the thing. He looked like he was about to get up for a second, and then all of a sudden he's just oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
Bleeding
attempt to play dead. I'm not going to get up, but I'm going to just like point over at him and hold my holy symbol and do a healing word.
Okay.
I don't like being so close to this thing. I don't want to just get knocked back down.
Anoran,
Sweet.
you are up with 5 points of health.
The light of Sune rains upon me. It is a fiery light. She is the fire-haired princess of passion, and I am once again filled with gusto as my eyes snap open.
Water is now rushing all around. There is a veritable, like, pretty much a new river being carved into the forest. You can hear further down where some of the trees have been burst, that trees are starting to fall, things are moving, the valley itself is starting to sound pretty waterous. Waterous a word? Is now.
Yeah, sure is.
The Ice Devil turns to the only person that it recognizes awake.
Oh. Hi. You don't want to hurt me.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah, it does. I'm down. I'm down. That.
Now, Anoran, when you're healed up, do you stand? Do you say the piece you said?
No, that was out of game. My eyes only pop up.
So it looks around, sees all of you out for the count on the floor, and begins lumbering onto the ice structure on the walls. As it does so, it starts to like fall and slip and stuff. Before it goes, though, it's going to pick you up, Anoran.
Got it.
Would you like to oppose that?
No, I would not.
So it
Oh
just
boy.
picks Anoran up, like almost throws him over his shoulder, and then starts lumbering away. You are out of combat. Kai, why don't you give me a death saving throw?
Okay.
Faye, you can have them 2 successes. Kai, you have 1 failure.
No.
Godric, you are up on 1 HP.
Oh, help, please.
All right, I'm going to go over to Kai and do Spare the Dying.
Yay.
So you are stabilized. And that's a cantrip.
Lovely.
And then Faye, you're still down too?
Yep.
All right, so I'll just give both of you loving, gentle pats. Spare the dying. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
5 more minutes.
Oh my god. Did we do it?
We're alive? Anoran's gone.
Where did Aaron go?
What? Wait, what? What?
I'm just gonna point and see in the direction that the ice devil started climbing off.
Well,
The
let's. Faye tries to stumble to her feet. Let's go after him. Come on. And she's only got 1 HP, so it's basically like she's drunk.
And half speed.
At half speed. So she's just kind of, it's like You know, someone who has had 3 drinks too many plus a shot. So she's just kind of stumbly and doesn't know which way is up.
Are we running a 1 health rescue mission? Because I like the sound of that.
It's what it's seeming like.
All right, we're gonna run after him, all of us at 1 health.
I wish I thought to put a healing potion in my inventory, but I didn't.
Kai still holds the bottle, except when she fell, it will have begun to pour into the water running.
I have a proficiency in medicine. Is there any way I can do a medicine check and try to fix myself?
I don't see why not. Kai, when you wake up, do you want to try and save that bottle?
Yes, I wanted to save the bottle, and she's basically kind of panicking and like taking the water, which is kind of turning red, and pouring it back into the bottle.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna have to take a dex save. There was originally 8 drinks in the bottle. You've taken 1. On a 14, there are still 5 drinks left in the bottle. You put the water back in. If you put the water back in, you can dilute that 5 drinks back up to 7, but they'll do less die rolls. So it'll drop from a D10 to either maybe a D6 or a D8, depending how much water you put in.
I already said that she panicked and put water into it, so I would say that she put a little bit of the water into it.
Did you fill it up?
I would say no.
Okay.
She would do a little bit and be like, "This is stupid," and like stop trying.
So you'll have 6 drinks, each of which will do a D8 of healing.
Okay. 3 drinks each? Wait.
2 each.
2 drinks.
I think you got
Math.
a little hard. Maybe you need 3.
3 for me.
So you can each take 2 D8 of health.
Please be a good roll. Please be a good roll. Please be a good roll.
I
Okay,
will take 7. 7 is better than what I have.
I can live with that for now.
Dang you guys.
Up on the ice, the creature falls to its knees. It drops you on the ice, Anaran, and passes out next to you. The ice slowly melts, and the Fey elf is there. He's sort of crawling towards you to try and... Looks like he starts unbuckling the armor.
I am obviously a Fey Knight in distress. I have been captured by this villain, taken away from my heroic friends, who I am so thankful are on their way to rescue me, though I don't
He's
know
a
that.
damsel in distress.
I'm a Fey Knight in distress, but fair enough. Yes, I'll take that's a fine comparison. I'll take that comparison. And I've been able to take a breather as I've been sort of undercoverly trying to just be limp to see where this is going. And I use my second wind to gain back 13 HP as a fighter. And I feel much better as I am on now this sort of precipice of ice. As this Fey elf is crawling towards me and sort of trying to unbuckle my armor, I say, no means no. And I sort of push them away as I stand up tall. I'm not drawing down on them. I'm not attacking them, but I'm looking at them. Do they seem like they're hostile towards me?
It is the elf that you captured in the camp earlier.
Oh, it's the same one.
But he's naked.
Oh, crap.
I'm sure we left him in his undergarments, but you know.
That's right. And I look at him as I say in Elven, are you afflicted? You can't have wanted this for yourself.
In Elven, he responds... Does he respond? In Elven, he responds, any sacrifice for the Winter Court.
Oh. And I sort of shake my head at that as I say, your efforts have been in vain. The water will flow again thanks to my friends. But you, I do not think you will serve the court much longer. Shiksa! Is what I say as magic missiles explode from my hand and streak at him unerringly.
Yes!
That will be a total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Points damage. Do.
He is pushed back.
Golden mist strike him.
Pushed back, drawing his sword. Blood leaks from the side of his mouth as he sort of... and rushes to attack you. Please make me an initiative roll.
Ooh. I yell out, Feynog! Kai! And you, Godric, where are you?
You will hear this shouting.
I want to dash to get there as quickly
same.
as possible.
This will be over difficult terrain that went on top of the ice.
I grew up near mountains, so she doesn't think anything of it. She just kind of goes at it.
Cool. Kai, that's your excuse?
How
It's not
far-
an excuse! It's in my backstory, thank you.
So salty.
I'm salty. That's your excuse, okay. No bully, please.
How far away are we?
If you can dash and get across rough terrain with no problem, you can get there in 1 turn.
Oh, I don't need to get there. I'm asking for magic range.
Oh, dash. About
Like, she's
100 feet.
Okay, so that should work. Let me make sure I did this right.
However, you don't have eyes on the target, so if they require sight... I mean, you can blind cast. I love blind casting. We can do some of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blind cast, blind cast. Wild magic surges.
I'm going to
What
do...
was-
let me double check the...
Do you need
I kinda
initiatives
wrestle-
right now, Scrat? Are we all rolling initiative? Great.
Just you at the moment, Anaran.
Then I got an 11.
11, okay, so you are striking him.
Let's go ahead and throw out magic missile.
Does magic missile require sight to hit?
Usually.
It does not say. Hold on. Wait, that is the wrong spell. What am I? Oh, blonde. Okay, no, it says that you can see. Yeah, no. Womp.
Yeah.
You know what? She's gonna throw a firebolt for the hell of it and give it a shot. She might vaguely be able to see it. Give it a shot.
She might.
And she's gonna start going that way. She's not gonna dash though.
On an 18, roll me a 1d2.
1d2. Cross your fingers, everybody.
Hoping.
2! A firebolt streaks over the lip of the ice and lands. Unfortunately, the elf sees it and just springs away.
Yep.
Okay, and she's going to go ahead and take her full movement towards there, but she's not going to dash because she's still pretty shitty feeling, from being recently almost dead.
Okie dokie.
So she's going to take just the regular 30 feet, which puts her within what, like 70?
Don't forget you have numb limbs. You're at half movement because of your exhaustion.
Yeah, so I get like what, 15 feet?
Something like that, yeah. 15
Okay,
feet
so
to move.
she's like 85 feet away now.
Cool.
Then 60, I can see this guy. And I will be right back. Bye-o.
Would any of the rest of you like to do anything before Anaran and the Winter Court elf do battle? Do battle, sir!
I dash, but I don't think
Yeah,
I
I'm
made
gonna
it yet.
dash, yeah.
Okay, so you both dash up, and you can, next turn, you'll be able to do stuff.
Okay.
Anaran.
Anaran flourishes his rapier that he pulled off this elf earlier. The elf's rapier. He's attacking him with his own weapon, as he also pulls out his hand axe. Attacks twice, hitting an armor class of 15 and 9, respectively.
Ooh. Low rolls. Low rolls indeed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the 15 does not hit.
Okay.
Just he is a narrow miss as he scrapes along the studs of his leather armor, and he has to really sort of like duck aside Matrix style. He tries to turn that into a bob and weave to rush and attack you weaponless.
Yikes.
Does a 22 hit you?
Oh yes.
You take 1 point of damage.
Cool. Ugh.
He follows up with a jab. He's going to use his nat 20. You get another 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Kai and Godric, if you'd like to roll initiative to join the fight.
Yeah. 16.
Both of you 16?
Ooh, three.
Ooh.
Nat one.
Ooh. So, Kai, you explode onto the scene. You can go first. Then it's Anaran. Then the Winter Elf. And then finally, Godric.
Not saying anything. Just the moment that she gets there, she pulls out her swords again and she runs at him to kind of attack from behind, I assume, because they're
Yep, totally.
14 hit.
Does not.
Does a 22 hit?
22 does.
Give me that 14 damage.
Yeah.
Is this vicious damage? Is this lethal?
Mm.
How do you want to do this?
Kai has seen her friends almost die to this man. She kind of swings a little early with her first slash, and then she's not very tall, so she kind of slashes behind him at his like legs. So she's trying to get him downed. She wants to make sure that this man cannot hurt her friends anymore. So she basically attacks like tendons in his legs to where he collapses immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's not killing him. Just trying to get him out of combat.
Okay, so as you slice across the his hamstrings, he falls to the ground, screaming in pain, and will continue to scream for the duration of the time that he is conscious.
Is there anything that you want from him before I finish this? Because I can't handle this screaming.
I say, not so hasty, my friend. He will answer for his crimes, but I do not think you are the one to punish him.
I think I'm pretty just of a person to punish him. He has caused a lot of pain for us. He's hurt your village a lot, but I've basically seen you all die, and I don't want to go through that again.
Is Faye close enough to know what's going on?
You can probably just about hear it over the edge. You can certainly hear this elf screaming.
Do y'all want me to put him to sleep? Wait, can I do that?
Can you?
Elves
So-
are immune to sleep.
Yeah, it's level 1. I've still got one. I've got a level 1 slot left.
I remind you, elves do not sleep.
Huh?
Elves don't sleep, so don't worry
Elves do
about
not
it.
sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't cast that on them.
Yes, you are half elven. That's why I brought you on this trip, to teach you about your people.
I'm half dead, damn it. Give me a break.
Are you going to read him his rights? No. So Kai kind of stands there with like both of her swords in hand and one dripping with blood, and she's just like, "It's your call, but I think that he deserves to be taken out because the last time we left him, he came back."
I sheathe my weapons. He will be under my care then.
She does the same. She sheaths it and kind of steps back away from him. If this happens again, I can't promise you that I won't kill him the instant I see struggle.
I understand, and I will be fully supportive. I look at his screaming form, and I say, I don't know if he understands me at all, but I say, "You are under my care now," and I knock him out.
Okay, yep.
Knocking him out might kill him, but you know.
You know what? I think Anaran's enough of a fighter to punch him. Can everyone please make a dexterity check?
Dang.
By that I mean a save. As the ice suddenly gives way.
Ah!
I'm okay.
17 for me.
So 17, 18, 26, you guys all ride the ice fine. Godric, this takes you by surprise. As the ice parts, you sort of fall between them, landing in the water that has now appeared below. The ice is moving down the riverbed as one solid unit. It's breaking into smaller parts as it goes. You are following behind in the water.
Oh, not my boat though.
Oh my goodness, I'm so tapped out of everything.
So Godric's behind us.
Throw him a rope.
So
Left.
I have my no, because we used all of our rope. So
I left mine to tie him up. Wait, the roast it's still tied on my waist. It's still tied.
that's right. You never untied it. So you ran all that way with 150 feet of rope tied to you.
Ridiculous rope on me, and I'm gonna try. What do we? It's a lot of rope. I'm gonna try to throw it to Godric.
That is a long ass rope.
That's hilarious that you went all that way with 150 feet of rope tied to you.
Godric, could you please make me a Constitution save?
The fashion sense, you know, fashion.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Ooh. Please take 4 points of cold damage and let me know if it puts you below half health.
Oh yes, definitely below half health.
Oh, suddenly hitting the water, your limbs almost immediately go numb, and you take your first level of exhaustion.
I'm gonna reach up to my face and just kind of pat it. Stay there, Godric, stay there. I'm gonna cast resistance on myself.
Ooh.
Nice.
So that might help for the next one a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Is Godric like near any of us?
Well, they're in the water behind you. As the ice has broken up, there's a couple of things, so you're going to need to jump across onto another one to be able to throw the rope down to him.
Okay. And I've got the
Oh, so
rope.
we're not in the water.
No, the rest of you are fine. You all managed to stay on your ice fine. It was just Godric, the initial,
Do you want me to roll acrobatics or athletics for that jump?
Well, how do you think you would jump? Are you more likely to, like, try and float across, or would you be trying to make a run and jump for it?
I feel like acrobatics is more her style. She'd try to be a little more elegant
Okay.
and something flair and fancy.
Ooh.
As you try and jump between the two, you do not take a run and jump. You try and do the fancy option and catch the edge. Make me a
Zero.
make me a strength save for gripping the ice.
Shit.
Oh.
Down you plunge into the water.
With the rope. With all the rope.
With all the rope.
Can we catch the rope?
Yeah, well, there's a load of...
Okay, I wanna the tiny person that she is gonna totally die. She wants to try to catch the rope and like get Anaran's attention. She's like, help!
Can you please make me a
Anaran.
con save, Faye?
Oh, no, I can't.
Boy.
Oh, 4 points of cold damage.
Balls.
Your hands start to turn white.
Anaran seems very focused on the winter elf. Is he still with us, or has he slipped under the water?
You
Is he
would
still
have-
on the ice floe.
With your high deck save, you would have been able to keep hold of him.
Great. I throw his unconscious form over my shoulder as I look over at Kai.
I'm panicking. I'm grabbing the rope. Like she's trying to catch Faye, and this is totally gonna sleep her off her feet. But
Now, the rope's not taut yet. You can either wait till the rope goes taut and make a strength save, or use athletics to try and pull her up.
they're the same, so it doesn't really. I guess I'll wait till it goes taut.
Okay. Okay.
So
Godric,
just strength
God-
check.
well, we'll hold on to it for a second.
Okay. All right.
Godric.
Oh boy.
You are in the water.
I'm going to, and it's still pretty low down, right? Because you said they were like 8-foot banks almost before. There's no way I could try to climb out.
I mean, let's see. How's your survival?
3.
Roll it, see what happens.
All right.
See what happens.
Hey!
On a
Not
19,
bad.
you can see several points on the ice that if you were to use your dagger / hand axe / mace / whatever the hell it is you've got, you could wedge it and maybe make some sort of climb attempt using your athletic prowess.
I have a warhammer or crossbows.
Yep, perfect. So the warhammer happens to have
Alright.
a slight pick on the other end.
Perfect.
Wink, wink.
Expert design choice.
Yep. So you can begin climbing out. Give me an athletics check. Oh, you wedge the hammer in, but you just can't pull yourself out, I'm afraid. Make me another con save.
And then I can add a D4.
S. Ooh.
Big 12.
On a 12, you take 4 points of cold damage.
Boy.
Oh yeah, we're doing
The water's
it.
starting to feel warmer though.
You're safe.
The water's starting to feel warmer.
Oh, this is nice. I might just take a nap right here.
That's good.
Are you down?
No.
Oh, I got so
No,
excited.
no, it's that hypothermia feeling that you just want to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. So, how much health have you got at the minute?
I am down to 5 out of 35.
Oh, yeah, okay, so your skin's gone that bright red with, like, the
Yep.
white flakes coming off. Faye, you're in the water, too. Your skin's now completely white. You have superficial frostbite minimum.
Oh, I'm not down to half yet.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay.
I
Not for
thought-
2 more points.
Well, you
I
won't
thought
get any
this was the
exhaustion,
summer
but it'll
court.
look the same. Next,
Question. In the water, can I see Godric?
no, you are divided by an iceberg. The old Titanic problem.
Oh boy.
Okay. Poop. Can I try to actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna firebolt the iceberg out of the way. Why not?
That's smart.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nice knowing you guys. As the iceberg smashes into me.
Right.
Okay, the firebolt, you fire at it and ice comes crumbling off towards you. You don't need to make a check or anything, it just lands in the water next to you.
Thank God. Now can I see Godric?
However, the icebergs are melting. Those of you on top of the iceberg, please make me a dexterity save as the water becomes slippery.
Oh, is that 16 enough?
15 for Anaran.
I set a DC of 15 in my head, you're both fine.
Yay. Okay. I really think that we need to get off of here.
I agree.
Can I grab the rope and try to pull towards a sturdier location?
You can, yes.
Okay. So just a strength check?
Yeah. So what are you trying to do with the rope exactly? Are you trying to lasso something, or?
I want to... So...
Because Faye's
I don't know.
attached to the other end.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the rope will reach a more secure location so that I can tie it to something, but we need to get off of the top of this
Well, you've got
thing that's breaking.
icebergs, water, and ground.
I want to move away. I want to be away from the hole that's happening towards safety, but have the rope in my hands.
Well, it's a long rope, so.
It is a long rope, so I'm trying to get as far as I can to, like, if a tree is kind of nearby or something.
Kai, you have an advantage. If
Okay.
you like, you can try and jump from the iceberg to a tree.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a hard DC. You have just been granted an advantage.
18.
An 18, you will just catch the bottom branch of a tree.
Nice.
Yay.
Anaran has been using the ice almost like as a surfboard as he's been skimming down the river. He's been easily able to keep his balance. He seems to be preternaturally gifted. He has the unconscious winter elf over his shoulder, and he's surfing over to the side of one of the banks, the same side that Kai is on, as he was just sort of like to very lightly step off onto the bank.
And I would have tied the rope to the tree, by the way.
Okay. So, give me some sort of check, Anaran. What do you think?
Sure. Acrobatics, is that
Yeah,
acceptable?
sounds reasonable.
Great. I got a 19 on that roll.
You will be able to step off onto the bank safely.
I
You're moving
deposit-
at speed, though, so you may have to drop the elf and roll a bit.
That sounds fine. As we hit the ground, I definitely try and protect him as I embrace him and try and take the damage as I'm sort of hitting the ground and sort of rolling a bit.
Yep, I'll just let you roll. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can see the icebergs, actually, they are hitting, starting to hit the ground as there is more ice than there is water at the moment, so they're beginning to slow down. But also, you're in a familiar place. You are very close to where you started. Faye, we'll go do you first this time, because your timeline is sped up by the rope attached around your waist, which is now tied to a tree. As the icebergs are moving, you can see the rope move past you as it starts to accelerate away.
Okay, so
It's currently sitting sort of like as though it's pulling between the iceberg and the rock and the bed. The bank, sorry.
so is it pulling tight yet, or?
It's not pulling tight yet, but it will do soon, and it's going to try and pull you through the iceberg and the bank.
I'm gonna try to firebolt that iceberg again. It's working so far.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Excellent. The iceberg shatters. Godric,
Woo!
you can see Faye ahead of you. She has a rope.
Is that the iceberg that I was hanging onto the side of?
Yes.
Am I still hanging onto the side of it?
It just crumbles away beneath you.
Ah,
All right.
Can I catch Godric?
Yeah, I'm gonna make an attempt to swim towards Faye.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You can both grab each other. Please make me. I roll very consistent 4s on a
yeah,
d6.
you do. You sure do.
Please make me another Constitution check, both of you.
Both of us?
Ooh.
That is 4 points of health each. Oh, Godric, I just remembered how much health you've got.
Yep.
Okay, so as you two swim towards each other, I'm going to let you grab each other, that's fine, because the rope suddenly goes taut. You are swung to the edge of the bank. How are you going to get out?
Can we climb?
This is high speed. So you're moving, rope goes taut, you're going to be swung to the edge of the bank.
Kai would have ran down to the bank to try to calculate where they would have hit it. So she should have been kind of near a bank.
Okay, you'll be
Maybe not
nearby.
right.
You'll be
Yeah.
nearby, that's fine.
Okay.
Are there any large sticks that I can grab?
Yeah, sure, they can break a branch off a tree or something, everything's dead.
Yes, I want to break a stick or get the branch and try to hand it to Godric to pull him out first, since he does not have the rope attached to him.
Give me a survival check.
Me?
Mhm.
13?
On a 13, yes, you can pass a branch into Godric. Godric, you can grab that as a free action. If you're holding on to each other, I'd say that would stabilize both of you.
Okay, yay. I
So-
like that.
So between the three of you, you can now be pulled clear of the water.
Woo!
Sweet, pull him out.
To safety.
Anaran sort of chunks down the side of the riverbed with the unconscious elf and looks at everyone saying, "So where are we going to go for our next vacation?"
Somewhere where I can lie on a beach and not do anything.
The better summer court.
Oh, the better summer court. That's called the Celestial Court. We can go there next.
Godric just rolls over onto his back on like the side of the bank and pulls out a bottle of booze and just starts drinking.
I like that idea. Let's alcohol.
Did I see a bottle of Elven Fey wine around here somewhere?
Faye's gonna reach over to Godric and grab the bottle and take a swig and then pass it back.
And the camera sort of pans up as our adventurers collapse in a heap,
Uh,
drinking their sorrows away. And that is where we will end the one shot.
Yay, we survived.
So much fun, guys.
So-
I was not expecting survival, I'll be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, I thought it was fun. So this time we'll go in the opposite direction to the one that we did when we started. So I believe Ken went first, so Ken, you'll go last. I believe Nicole went last, so you can go first. This is your opportunity to tell us who you are, where we can find you online, what your favorite part of the one shot is, and give us all the places we can find you.
I'm Nicole. I'm at Nicken_chicken or at Chicken pretty much everywhere. And my favorite part, oh man, was when we were all unconscious except for Kai and just like waiting for that almost TPK. It would have been amazing, but I'm glad we lived.
She really debated leaving you guys.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go as well for a long moment.
I was ready
She
for it.
debated it, but she has a passion to save her friends.
Excellent. I've put your Twitter in chat. There it is. Yeah, so thank you so much. I really enjoyed that bit as well.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Nixie.
Hi everybody, I'm Nyx, aka Lockstar Nixie on Twitter, which is where I do most of my interaction, and the only place I use that screen name, but it's where I do most of the stuff anyway. I am one half of Technical Lesbians with my wife, who does most of the writing because I'm just a terrible person. You can find that at www.technicallesbians.com and follow us on Twitter at lesbitechnical.
I love that brand.
Well, it became a joke. My wife is trans, and people would ask, so does this make you a lesbian? I'd be like, technically? It became a running joke. Quick shout out to my buddy Mason, who I've played many a session with, especially like a lot of them as Fae. Mainly with him as a cleric. I love the fact that he's giving me advantage, even though so he's always my cleric. So thanks for joining us today, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mason.
If you want to see me in person, I am going to be at MechaCon in New Orleans this weekend. I will be spending the days working with MechCore Entertainment. So if you've ever wanted to pilot a giant robot, I can teach you how to do that. And other than that, I'll be looking for games and probably hanging around the tabletop room. So shoot me a message on Twitter. And if you want to meet up and hang out and play, I'm all for it.
I'm so jealous. So jealous. Gen Con, all these other cons. I've got to wait till like...
It's my birthday.
Hey, happy
This
birthday.
is literally what I wanted for my birthday. I asked Scrat, I was like, hey, can I play for my birthday?
Yep.
So thank you, Scrat, for the best birthday present.
Yay.
I only nearly killed you and tortured you with Frostbite a little bit.
Faye's used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Faye's going to go probably for quite a long time with black hands now.
Ooh,
You
had
should
to-
make it like a running thing that
Yeah.
she went through hypothermia and she just has black hands now.
Too much fire. Too much fire. You scorched him.
This version
Yeah.
may randomly show up in another one shot. So who
I would
knows?
love that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd love to do another one with you guys. Continuation.
Yeah.
Yes!
I like this
Oh.
group.
I did have a moment at the end where I was like looking at the time and I was like, oh, we're running late.
Having too good a time.
The bond that all our characters seem to have developed, and absolutely
Mhm.
chemistry is just great.
Yeah.
So next up, the great Haley.
Hi! I'm Haley, the great Haley, the one and only. I am the great Haley on all social medias, so Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the such. I stream Monday through Friday. I'm actually supposed to stream like 15 minutes, so I gotta go soon.
My bad.
It's okay. My favorite part was living. I don't know. I liked the dynamic between all of us. I like these characters. I love playing Kai. I love every time I get the chance to play her because she's just so different from the other rogues that I play. And to have this very gullible and like, let's go, like we can't do that. And I love the way that she is. And so every chance I get to play her, I'm always excited. And I just like playing with you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun having you along. Great, thank you.
I like when you invite me to play, except that, you know, the time I didn't show up.
It's all good. It happens. Yeah, I run a lot of one shots. It happens.
Yeah.
So last but certainly not least, Ken.
Oh, Scrat, thank you so much again for having me on. I really appreciate it. It's been an awesome experience with all of you. I really want to send a shout out to Kienna as well. I was bummed that she wasn't able to join us today, but she's such an awesome DM. I'm really looking forward to gaming with her again. I'm Ken Breeze at Burling's Beard. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. I am a Dungeon Master for hire in the New York City area. I run client games. Contact me if you're looking for someone to run a game for you. Also, I'm working on a project right now called the Adventure Mixtape, which will be releasing in the fall. Speak about one-shots. I'm writing a one-shot along with 3 other creators. If you guys are familiar with the Arcane Library at all, or Mini Terrain Domain, which are great creators, as well as Sharon Biswas, a game designer in the New York City area. And so we'll be releasing that in the fall, 4 one-shot adventures, which would be really awesome. And last but not least, I will also be at Gen Con next week. So if any of you out there will be there, please do get in contact with me. I would love to see you, especially you, Nicole. I see you playing. That would be awesome. But again, thank you so much, Scrat, for having me on. This is just always a pleasure to be on your channel and to feel the love of this community. It's a real pleasure. So thanks again for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And that leads me neatly on to talking about my Discord group, who are just like the nicest group. You guys should really consider signing up. It's like a real friendly family feel sort of place, and they've been helping me out and a lot of people out quite a lot recently. They're great people. My favorite part of today's one shot was the very close TPK. Is that I got 4 for 4 kills, but no TPK. It was close. It was close. My Twitter's there. If you'd like to come and play a game just like this one, then send me a DM and I'll get you a game. Easy as that. At the minute, I'm pretty booked up thinking about it, so it might be like September time, but I will get you a game eventually. And if you want to catch up with all the wonderful one-shots, go and get on the YouTube, which is where we're uploading them. And I've got a lot to catch up with, but they'll all be uploaded very, very soon. I also have a Patreon. If you'd like to consider supporting me, please check that out. You can support from $1 a month. And there's also some merch there as well. I'm sort of looking at making a bit of a push on the channel soon, maybe trying to up the amount of one-shots I'm doing. Because, you know, I don't think I do enough. Like, you know, 42 hours last week. That's not enough. We'll see if we can increase that. That's only live time as well. But, like, we are going to go and raid Encounter Roleplay, where my wonderful wife is currently playing a new character because Nora died.
Aww.
Well, it's Warhammer, it happens. But apparently she's not dead. She's, like, trapped underground, and she might make a resurgence and be very pissed off. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts. My schedule, that raid thing didn't work, did it? If we suddenly disappear, apologies.
Bye, everyone.
I think it is counting down. So I'll see you next time, guys. Let's evoke emotions. Have a great time. While it's cooling down, I'm just going to say I'm running D&D every day this week. 4 games on Saturday, 1 on Friday, 1 on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,